live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of new controllers, new adapters. I'm gonna use this a lot lately. New adapters, lots and lots of cool things. And put this here. Let me get my audio right, turn up my snare, Don't forget the like button, please, and thank you. And if there's a hype button, hit the hype. I know it's a new thing, I didn't know about that. Hype it up, like it up. Wait a minute, why are we so personal right now? Let's set the mood here. There we go. Ooh, it's a little bright. That's that. There we go. There's we go. Now we're cooking with grease. I don't know where I think I just made that up. I don't know where that comes from. We got keycaps to talk about, and anyone with the Hot 42 CAT, I got an update for that. We got our Brooks adapters here. Put these here. These were the star of the show this week. Okay, ooh, let me raise my chair up here. There we go. Set up. Can I see? Let me check everything. Where is my... Now the window open. I have to close the window if it gets louder. There's a nice horn going off outside. So yeah, man, I've been using the new Brooks Wingman P5, and this thing so far has been really good. Where is... Oh, my son. I might have to grab for him real quick, just so I kind of break down what's going on here. So what's going to happen with this too is I think of a video right now, like the PS5 controller alternative. That's the thought right now with the video. And the hope is, okay, look, what else can you use? How do you say this? What else can you use with your PS5 instead of your PS5 controller? Because I'm getting stick drift. I know other people getting stick drift. You know, what can you do to kind of get around that? So using the P5, I've been able to play wired and wireless with 3 or 4 controllers so far. So yeah. A lot of good things there. Let me post this here. I gotta send this out. But I think, yeah, I think a lot of people, if you don't have an adapter now, I think the P5 is the way to go. Because I have the FGC2 here. And let me share this real quick. It's the FGC2 actually works just fine. I have like no issues with it. But if you don't have one now, I would probably tell you to start here first. And I'll show you how to update it and all that stuff. Let me post this. You gotta share all your socials. Share all your... Let's see here. Stream. Boom. There we go. Post on all the channels. Promote your channel, as everyone says. There we go. Got it. Okay. So now I can close this and I can see. Perfect. So... Well, this controller, let me see if I can grab for my son. Give me 1 second. Let's have all the controllers. This is what I wanted. Boom, boom, boom. What's up? What? So what I was able to do was I was able to take, you know, obviously your PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 controller, right? And mine in particular, the ones I have, I'm getting stick drift on this side from like Call of Duty, because you know, you click and you walk. So you're clicking and running. So the up is always wearing out. The bottom is good, but the up wears out, right? Oh, I'll make sure my server is now. So yeah, that's that, right? So I was like, what can I do? And also, some of the PS5 controller, I like the weight, I like the width, but maybe it's just kind of flat. Just, I don't know. I have big hands, so I get hand cramps. The Xbox controller, I really don't get hand cramps from. This is the Xbox One controller. It's a little, I didn't know this, but this one is slightly taller than the Xbox Series. Now, I'll show you that when this new... I have a review coming for this too, the X1 SE2, and this is the new controller because USB-C on top. This adapter wouldn't fit on this one, so that tells me that the new one is slightly shorter in height. Yep. So you have your adapter here, right, for your USB-C to USB to kind of get everything connected if you want to wire it up, all that stuff. But again, you have your FGC2, which is the black and white. You can see all that. Will it show up on the bottom? Here's my other camera. And this camera's upside down. Forgot. But you get the point. Right, so you have that one. And now you have the P5. And the P5 here is the one has a new shape, new look, and here's your connect button. I'll show you how to like set all this up, how to connect it all. So again, from my testing so far, out the box, you're going to see the lag and delay. So make sure as soon as you open the box, update them. And that's we're in 2026. That's pretty much every product now. As soon as you open it, is an update for it, right? But when you update, night and day difference, night and day. First of all, shout out to Uptown 69. Happy Sunday. I'm not even reading my notes here. Happy Sunday, Orville. I need to get a new pad. Thinking about that Gamesir again. So the Delta 7 and Delta 8, I'm not going to pull up the trailer because I got flagged in my last video. I didn't get a copyright strike, but I got a copyright flag, and they messed up my whole live stream with their music. So I'm not going to show that one. I'll find a picture, but they haven't released any pictures. Only the sticks. So I'm kind of curious what they're doing with that. Like so when you open the box, you have your box here, all that good stuff. Pretty straightforward. And it tells you on the back like what it can connect to and everything else. But yeah, that kind of sucked. I got a copyright flag. I was like, wait, what? I've never had a flag before. So I was like, what is going on here? You played music that's copyright. I was like, oh my god, Gamesir, y'all got me with your Twitter post. Keyboard mic here. Put this in. Boom. Good. Keyboard mic connector. My audio, is that working?
Yes, sir.
That'll take 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Yes,
Turn
sir.
it loud. Put it down right there. Right there. There we go. Boom. So yeah, you get your obviously your holographic stickers. So that's actually kind of cool. And these, fun fact, my Starburst controller, I just put these on there, and when you put the acrylic on top, it reflects and shines really good. So that was awesome. But the instructions, this is all you get. Like you have to scan the barcode to get the real instructions. Like you're going to see this, and it really does not. Like I can pretty much figure things out, but you're not going to know what to do. Like it does tell you LED button, fight stick connection, USB port can be used to connect, but it doesn't really tell you hold this to connect. You need to go to this QR code to scan, and each page is in a different language. So it's not a big deal. But in the video, I show you how to do it all because I knew like who reads anymore, right? It's 2026. We can't read anymore. We have our robot slaves to do it. Slave, read my notes. Slave, read the manual, right? But what I was able to do was I put it in this order here. I was able to connect using the P5 in wireless mode. Wait, one more. I'm stepping over things. I got a lot of controller news to talk about too. At least controllers on the floor to talk about. But so I'll put these all kind of here. Put my stands over here. Come back to that. Come back to that. Just put this over here. Okay, come to desk. Come to desk. So, I was able to take this adapter in wired mode. I was able to connect everything to this. Again, I updated this, and let me see if I can show you the version I'm on, because you will have to update the version as soon as you open the box. So just do it. Like, don't even think twice about it. Go to the Brooks, right there, boom. And I should post this link in the chat. Give me a second. I'll post it on my other computer here. BK. I'll post this in here. This is the Brooks update link. And matter of fact, I think it's in the description, but just in case, there's the link if anybody needs it. And this is from my testing so far. I'm able to use that link on all my Brooks adapters, my Xbox, my PlayStation, the new, the old, they all seem to work. So that's good. No more Windows install nonsense. That's very good. Shout out to Brooks. So when you're here, what you're going to do is, this button is a clickable button, right? Hold this down and plug it to your computer. So where's my little adapter here? Come on. Too many wires in here. So you'll hold it down. I'll turn the lights off so you can see the color, because I'm colorblind. I think it's blue or purple, but I don't know. Hold it, connect it. The light will turn on. That's purple. I'm pretty sure that's purple. Y'all can't see it. I think that's purple. I don't know. So now, once you do that, and again, you're going to need a Chrome browser. Hit connect. You'll see a pop-up. Pick your WPM USB, hit connect, and now it'll do it. And again, I'm on Brave browser because I don't use this computer unless I'm streaming. So it's overlaying all the text and the other text. And you can't even see my current version, but I can tell you, I'm running, the current one I'm running right now is this one. I'm running 10.10 beta. And this is exactly what it did. It fixed the sluggish response, everything else. Because I got this like early February during Lunar New Year. And during Lunar New Year, everyone's out of office, so I wasn't able to use the update website. It was down. Well, we just couldn't connect for some weird reason. So after the new year, everything was good to go. Got back in, and now it's like boom. I did the update and it was fine. So if you have this adapter, do the update and you'll be good. The other versions, what you want to do is to, depending on the controller you're using, just go through the notes and see like this one's made for the B-Tong. So they're constantly making Guilekeys. They're making changes to all the time to, because there's so many controllers come out every day, right? They can't keep up with all of them, but you'll see improved performance and all that stuff. So again, for me, I'm currently on 10.10 beta, but I don't know, I may try 10.11. I really don't care, but I'm gonna leave it the way this is. It works. All right, so once I did the 10.10 beta, what I was able to do next was, where's my stuff? Unplug this. Then what I was able to do was connect this to my PS5. You're gonna wait till this turns blue or purple. I think it's blue. And when it does, it'll automatically press, when you connect your controller, you press home and press start, you're ready to play. It presses home for you. So wait, it'll like, doo-doom, it'll press home, it'll link, like log you all in and all that stuff. Once it does that, then you're going to hold it down and it'll wait for it and it'll start flashing blue. And once it starts flashing, you take your Xbox controller, hold the sync button and turn it on. And once you do that, just let it sit next to each other and it'll blink, 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 and it'll just go solid. It'll just connect. The Fly Digi, right? This controller, I like this one so far, but there's an issue with the Bluetooth side. Every time you turn this dumb thing on to connect to Bluetooth, it doesn't do it. You have to hold 1, 2, 3, like select, start, and home, whatever the buttons are. These top 3, 1, 2, hold it. It's gonna flicker and it'll change once it's like a bluish reddish, it'll be different colors. Now you're in pairing mode, and then it'll find each other because you're gonna turn. It's gonna start blinking, like green or yellow, and they never connect. It just doesn't. The Gamesir, I cannot get this to connect over Bluetooth. I don't know what was going on, and I actually like this controller. It's super comfortable. It's nice and wide. I don't feel any hand cramps. And I wish I could take these off. I don't know if we need these little 3s because I have big hands, so I'm bumping into these all the time by accident. It kind of gets to my nerves. And I know it's like a lot of vendors are adding these third buttons here. I don't know. And also, can we? Let's put this here. Slide this over. Can we get rid of the clickiness? Right, can we just stop this? Can we stop the violence, please? If I put some short travel, now it clicks. Fun fact, family doesn't like it. In the middle of the night when I'm just like done with homework or done whatever, trying to lounge, done with studying, they're like, please turn off your controller, it's loud. And this one is not as bad. Well, the D-pad for Street Fighter, stuff like that, this one clicks a lot. Yeah, get rid of that. I know playing Crimson Dares is going to need a controller with a lot of extras. Yes, I had a friend return the 8-bit dough. He said it felt cheap. I was so sad. I wouldn't say it feels cheap, no, because holding these side by side, in all honesty, the Xbox controller does feel cheaper, to be completely honest. Like the sticks, like here's something like so. I'm just talking about the adapter. This is like another topic video, but the cool thing about this controller, once you get it connected, I do like this controller. It is a little small. Like you can't tell side by side, but when you play with it for a couple hours, I think maybe this little tail piece here, maybe they bent it or something because my hands do cramp a little bit after a while. But it's weird, I like the sticks though, because it has these dials. So you can adjust this to make it like that, right? But if I go the other way, look how it's like looser. Like see how it's just kind of like flipping around there? It's super loose. And you can put it in the middle, you put it wherever you want. But when you put it tight, like it snaps back to neutral really fast, right? So I like the sticks, I like the buttons, like everything, but I don't know, it's a little bit cramped. It's kind of hurt my hands after like 2 hours. So I don't know. I had a friend return the 8-bit dough, yeah. But I think that's Gamesir. It's Gamesir. Where's the 8-bit dough? I'm like getting mixed up. My kids had the 8-bit dough. I got it for Christmas because it has the 3 modes, like Android, phone, and something else. And they're able to use their tablet, their laptops. This is during the pandemic, so their Chromebooks and their phone, they can just or tablet switch back and forth with the switch of a button and use the same controller for Minecraft and Roblox. It's Roblox nowadays. You know how that goes. Shout out to Gig Trick T Gudson. Is it Gitrick T Gudson? That's a cool name. My buddy has Gamesir. Yep. Shout out to Gamesir. I just haven't found any third-party controller that really makes me happy. These two are actually really good. They are. They are. I don't. And again, when I say this one feels a little bit tighter and smaller on the bottom, I wear a triple X riding glove, right? My hands are just long. So my hand's bigger than this controller. So I know I have weird hands. So that's why I don't ever talk about stuff being negative when it comes to that stuff, because I have weird hands. So yeah. Crafty, shout out to Crafty. Happy Sunday, Crafty. Crafty, how you feeling about Paul? Fun fact, Crafty and I played, this is maybe like a month ago. I'm losing my memory because school and I have kids, so they're stealing my youth. But we played Tekken one night, and we had a lot of fun talking about California. We had a really good time. Shout out to Crafty. And his Paul's really good. Crafty thought I was trying to like play games with him, but I actually switched to Victor because I was trying to throw you off. You started to download my what I was doing, so let me switch it up and like throw him off a little bit. I wasn't being rude. So shout out to Crafty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My favorite third-party PS5
Yes,
controller
sir.
is I can't read it. My favorite third-party PS5 controller for FPS games is Helldivers is the Nikon Revolution Pro. What is that? Oh, where's my keyboard? The Nikon Revolution Pro. And the 8-bit dog, I gotta pull that up too. There's another. Shout out to Sin Written Soul. Sin sent me something new too from Beaton. This controller is legit. It looks nice. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It looks big too. Like, it looks wide and long, but also like Xboxy. Because something about the PlayStation controller, I don't know what it is. I like this thing a lot, but I don't know. I like it. I don't know. I'm gonna say anything because I like it a lot. It's just I wish like this barely went down, just like a tiny bit. Don't do like the old PlayStation where it like cuts down because it hurts my hands. Just like I know I'm a weird case. I'm not gonna say it. I'm a weird case. Look at that. Rubber grips, all that stuff. Technical features, nice. I'm not gonna play the video because I got flagged last time. It's probably got music in it. Hall effect, nice. Trigger blocker. Oh, okay, I think that's what I know what that is. I think ergonomic. Okay. Nice. And it comes with a case. See, is it accessory or it comes with it? Because that's a big deal. I like the case stuff. I really do. Let me go to the top. How much is this thing? Oh, it's not out yet. Well, it has to be because he has it. So why does it say set alert? Anyway, that's pretty cool. And the 8-bit dough. Where's that one? 8-bit dough. Controller. Yeah, 8-bit dough. I love. They have this one. $45. Fun fact: during the pandemic, during Christmas, this thing was $20. I got 3 of them things. I loaded up the bag. I was like, look, and these things, no joke, my kids have beat them up, and they've lasted 5 years. Whoa, crazy. Let me come back. My wife and son like the base 8-bit dough Ultra 2. Is this the one I'm just talking? Is that? You're probably talking about this one, aren't you? Like, did I just click the one he's talking about, or is it? Oh, this one's a 2C. Let's see here. Oh, nice. And I like this is like a regular Xbox shape too. Like, it's nice and bulky. Like, it's small, but it's bulky. I like that. And I'm curious. Ask your wife and kids. I know I'm like over here getting all in your business. Do they use this third button, this R4 and L4? Because maybe it's just me. This thing gets in my way. These little mini buttons. I'll be pressing this and this, or I'll like moving up and you're moving around. And I like, so fun fact, in Modern Warfare 2 DMZ mode, I play Building 21 all the time. If you have an automatic rifle, you hold the gun, it just shoots. If you press this, it'll go to semi-automatic, and now you have to tap to fire, single fire, right? Whatever. For whatever reason, this middle button is set to this. So I'll be shooting, I'll be like aiming and shooting, and I'll tap this by accident. Next thing I know, I'm trying to kill, and I get one shot. And I'm like, why are you not shooting over? Because I tapped this by accident. It drives me crazy, so I hate that little button. Fun fact. Bruh. When did Nikon get into controllers? I thought they were game publishers. Wait a minute. It's like I knew that name. Nikon. I think of Nikon. But is it Nikon? Huh. Oh, I heard so many bad things about Tekken 8 patch. About Tekken 8 patch that it was back to basics, actually back to bullshit. Absolutely trash. So now I'm learning Fatal Fury. Actually, I started playing Fatal Fury. I started playing Fatal Fury and I actually like it. What's so weird? It feels like a 2D Tekken because I didn't know, like, I'm playing on Leverless, right? And I'm setting things up. I'm like, wait, left punch, left kick, right kick. These two are weird. I don't know what these are doing over here, but point being is it's very Tekken-esque. So I like the guy with the afro. I'm actually having a little fun with it. And I might, maybe I'll try to fire that up on a Sunday. We'll play Fatal Fury. I don't really know what I'm doing because I'm a 3D fighter. Right? I'm realizing that. Yeah. Here's the thing, Tekken 8, the new patch really, there's some broken things, but to be completely honest, the reason people are so upset is because they keep lying to us. And the weird thing is no one knows why. So as someone who I used to work in an enterprise and corporate environment, I got a feeling that there's two product leads and they're both fighting for a promotion, because you'll get good changes and you'll get slop. And then the QA team down here in the bottom, they're not doing anything. I think they lost funds for QA, so they're not doing anything. So I think that's where we're having so many problems. So this one's trying to hold on to the mission statement of aggression, 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 power, 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 easy, easy, easy. And this one's like balance, balance, balance. And I think this team leader has more seniority than this one, and they're just not doing anything. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to play the game. I watched developers fight the pros, and I noticed something that no one else noticed. I noticed something that no one else noticed. If you watch that match back on YouTube where the pros like Nakatsu and Murray, and again, I'm sure they're fantastic people outside of work. We're talking about just the work being done. When you watch them play, they didn't sidestep. Fun fact, anyone that likes Tekken, everyone that likes Tekken knows this. I'm gonna show you what we all know. This is something that I don't care if you're good or bad at Tekken, this is something we all know. If you played Tekken, I don't go back 30 years, right? So I'm not going to pretend. But if you play Tekken at all, we have all been told to look up this chart, and we all made value out of this chart. This is called the sidestep chart. And why do you have this? It's a 3D fighting game. So when I'm trying to zoom in here, this is a really crappy chart. I can't see that. Where's a better picture? This one. Here we go. So if you notice, Armor King is not on here. If you notice, the new Mirizo, they're not on this, and that's because the game has lost its identity. Well, the developers don't understand the work they're doing, right? And here's, I know I'm like beat up on tech, we're talking about children beating up, but here's the meat of it, and this is where I think a lot of us are probably like, if you're anyway, we've all had jobs that we just did the job. For example, I worked on a team where we had to update a website, and guess what we had to do? We had to make sure on Tuesdays this part was red and on Wednesdays this part was blue. Promotion. It was a dumb thing, but the point I'm making is, and I've worked on research efforts where the budget wasn't funded and we were given busy works. So they'd be like, okay, we want you guys to go out and come up with new things and just research and try like new things. We would come back with it. The business would say, we don't want it. We don't have the funds to pay for it. They're not asking for this. We did this for weeks, for months. And it got to the point where you're like, the younger guys on the team were like, oh, this is cool. We're coding. I'm like, and they're looking at me like, well, why aren't you getting excited? Why aren't you doing anything? I'm like, because this is nonsense. This is resource management. Anyway, I'm sorry. I went down the rabbit hole. What I'm making is, I got a funny feeling we got this guy on the team. And they're like, oh, another day on this 30-year-old game. I want to go work on that new whatever game. I want to go work on this. Like my boss is always fighting. I don't even want to do this. I'm always guaranteed this was happening behind the scenes. And we've all seen it. We've all seen it where you go to work and you're like, not so much people don't care, but it's like, why is such a, it's just, yeah, it's bad. So back to business. Let me read the chat. I'm over here talking. Let me read the chat. Let me go up a little bit. Go up. Craft. Yeah, that was good times. Definitely got playing tech. I have yet to put my hands on Paul. I hope the promotion. I got the promotion. Oh, nice. I was gunning for and been concentrating on learning my new position. That's a good way to play. Anyone? So Tekken is still good. And you know what's fun? So Thursday, was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, after work, or after like, all this stuff going on, I started playing Tekken 7. And I was having so much fun. I mean, there's some characters overpowered. It's fine. It's like 4 of them. But as far as a game as it is, I could think. It had a pace to it. I knew where to move. Even when I was dying, I was like, okay, I'm having fun. The internet connection was hit and miss, but still, I was playing people in like JA. I forgot where JA, it's basically Asia, East Asia. I played Europe, and I guess since nobody's playing the game, the lag was not that bad. Like, we were able to play, so it was really, really fun. And I was like, wow, I missed this feeling of thinking, not just mash. It was so funny. There's a guy that played Jin. I could tell he played Tekken 8 because everything he did was mash and run. Like, he was just mashing buttons. So I would just wait, punish, wait, and I'm playing Level long. So I'm like dropping to the floor. I'm sweeping him. I'm whipping kicks in his face. I'm gonna use these for Tekken 7 because Tekken and Level long. I don't know how to do them on Leverless yet because whatever. I wasn't playing Leverless on Tekken 7, so I do all my moves with this, and this is giving me a good input on, is this thing lagging or not, right? So that's how I was able to figure out, like, okay, there's a problem, there's no problem. This controller, like whatever is going on, I can feel it out. Also, because the way I play, I do 3+4 and 1+2s like this. Like I've seen people play something like this claw thing. My hands don't fit, right? But I could tell, I didn't know this before. These buttons are, these are wider. Because when I press both, I always hit it. Then like these. So a little fun. All right, I know I'm like spilling all beans here, but, or giving y'all more than your kid or no. But anyway, yeah, let me check chat. Let me check chat. But yeah, so that's what I say. You said you got your rank. Good. Stay there for like 2 weeks to a month and only play quick match. You're going to notice you're going to go back to ranked. You're going to blow through the next rank or two and then go back to quick match. Reason is, if you keep playing ranked all day, as you're going up and down, when you go down, you're heading back to people below you and you're just dealing with wacky nonsense. When you go to the level that you're pretty much good enough to be at, you're going to learn their techniques by losing. Like one guy lost 19 times, but the more you play that skill set, you're going to get better. And then when you go back to rank, if you fall down, you're like, oh, let's get back up. Like, I hope that makes sense, but it's really, yes, it's fun.
Yes, sir. Yes,
No, they don't use those. Okay, good. They don't use it. I thought
yes,
so. 'Cause
sir.
I don't think anyone's using these little middle buttons. These things are in the way. Maybe, again, my hands might be too big. I think those are for Nintendo games. Oh, that makes sense. You know, fun fact: we usually do like a movie night or game night on Saturday nights with the kids. Among Us. If you guys, you have kids, grandkids, grandparents, whatever, aunts, uncles, nieces, whatever you're doing, try Among Us. It works on tablets, phones, consoles. What's cool about it is even your grandma can play. And what's cool is if you get the imposter, like you're trying to kill people, like you're trying to be inconspicuous, no one notices, you can jump in the vents. It's really fun for like, I would say 5 years old up to like 95. Well, we'll say like 75, but it is a really fun game. But anyway, we were going to play Super Smash Bros. And I suck at Smash Bros. It's like, why are the numbers going up? They're flying, bouncing around. I can't combo. I'm like, take it. I can't sidestep. Anyway. Nekon recently, shout out to Shiba May Cry. That's a cool name too. Shout out to Shiba May Cry. Happy Sunday, Shiba May Cry. Nekon recently went out of business. That's probably why the thing didn't work. Oh, so that means Nikon PS5 right there. Oops. So this might $140. So if you need one of these, they have different. Oh, the 185. Okay. So these might go away. Interesting. They're already on sale. They're already $50 off. Interesting. Interesting. The Victrix Pro for the PS5 is one of my daughter's favorite controls. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a really good controller. I've seen that. I haven't seen it. I've seen it at Best Buy, but like, I haven't played with it yet. I agree. It feels bipolar. It does. It does. Some character updates made sense while some wacky. You could tell there's two teams doing things. And the biggest thing is, so my background, I did research development for 10 years. So the problem I have right now in this job market, I've been having a lot of trouble is I need to lock in on one skill set. But for the past 10 years, I've been a rapid prototype developer. So I'll do React, I'll do Next.js, I'll do TanStack, I'll do Apple, I'm a Swift iOS, Objective-C, I'll do Android, now I'm trying to teach myself AI whilst doing homework. I do everything, but I'm not like a pro or anything. But the good thing is, I've seen how you can have your process, and then when you're at a point, you hand it off to your QA team, and they maintain the bugs, like small bugs. I could tell there's no QA team working because they're just not doing anything. It's so weird. And what's weird too is there are people on the internet that are making mods and different things like that. If I was running the team, I wouldn't necessarily contract them out, but I would contract out to them because the developer costs. How much is the developer at Bandai Namco? I need to be hired as a manager because I've been looking for management roles too. That's been rough. But anyway, Bandai Namco pay. Let's go to Perplexity. So an annual salary is $83,000. Right, let's see developer pay. Their developers are 70 to 196. So we'll put it like 120 to kind of like keep it even. If you really, really, really think about it, $120,000. I had to chop that up into you guys. Like I want to pay Orville to update my sites. I want Crafty to update my posing and storylines. I want Shiba May Cry to update the next piece. I want I can't read. Guy Trek to Gitrick T Gutson. That's a cool. It's like it throws me off, but it's a cool name because you want to say Hudson, but it's Gutson. You want to say something anyway, right? But if I paid all of you and I divide that 120 up, if I even gave Crafty 12 grand, $1,000 a month to his family, All right, here's 12 grand. Can you just, we need some help with our storyline. He just work on this. The fact that he got to be on the effort, he would do it. The fact that his name's gonna be in the credits, he would do it. The fact that he's like, oh, I'm actually a part of the game. Like, I have some cool ideas. And it's good. Okay, well, you can do whatever you want. We're gonna vet it before we push it to prod, right? You're gonna put it in GitHub. We'll fork the, you know, you'll do all the technical things, right? You'll put your documents here in a Google Doc, whatever. Send it to us. Orville's gonna write some code, and we'll validate it when it shows up. That's free labor. I got 4 employees for the price of 1. And if they only work for me for 30 days, they got 12 months of 12 grand. They think they got a year's worth of salary when really I just got cheap labor. And I'll make you sign a release, and I'll make you sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, so you can't tell anybody you did it. And the only reason people know is you're not allowed to speak until your name's been added to the credits upon release.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm hitting all the buttons. Bandai Namco, I checked your LinkedIn actually. They are hiring for like a certain type of manager. I think I'm gonna apply because this seems like obvious to me. It seems obvious. Like I would just have the community do it. Just have the community. It's free labor. I don't want to hear about budgets. I don't want to hear about your nonsense. Just have community labor. It's free, and it's low budget labor. And everybody wins. That's the thing. Everyone wins. The players wins. We get a better game. The people doing the work for cheap labor, they get to tell all their friends and family and their next resume. And they can ask me, look, I will do the work if you give me a written letter to post on my LinkedIn that I work for Bandai Namco. Sure, have it. Have it. Here, Crafty, have it. Have a letter saying you wrote the storyline. Have it. Here, Orville, have it. You helped with our movement. Here, have it. We'll write it for you. 12 grand a year? Pff, here, have it. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, I'll write the letter using AI. It took me 5 minutes to write your letter, and it took you 30 days to give me a year's worth of work. I'm sorry. I'm getting heated, right? We're supposed to be talking about controllers, and I'm getting heated on like business stuff. It's so obvious. Okay, let me go down. Let me read the chat. They don't use this. Go down. I blame Murray. Yeah, it's starting to lean that way. I think Maury has seniority, and the things I've heard about him, I don't know him. He's probably a nice guy, but this comment I heard, I think it was the main man said that they talk offline, just cool conversation, no drama. But he made a comment saying, I don't know how you handle all the pushback and feedback you get from the social media audience, and that let me know. He's kind of like me. Like I'm still adjusting to talking to you guys on Discord, talking to you guys here in the chat. Like I can get overwhelmed. Like my friends and family get upset. I don't text every day because I get overwhelmed with all that stuff. Like I'm thinking about so many different things. I'm doing different projects that to sit down and just talk. Like even Orville's funny because he'll ping me and like I want to reply at 2 in the morning, but I don't want to be rude or send a code. Like a lot of people message me on Discord and I'm not ignoring you. I just like I won't reply because I'm afraid this is the thing. I'm getting anxiety that I'm going to get stuck in a conversation and I can't go to bed, or I'm going to get stuck in a conversation, or like I'm going to message you and as soon as I go to sleep, you're going to message me back and you're going to think I'm ignoring you. Like I get anxiety, right? But I think for Maury he doesn't know how to handle social commentary. He doesn't realize that you're not a god. You're just a dude. Just chill out and just take it in stride and just fix the game. And here's the sad part. We want to give you our money. That's where everybody's so mad, because we want to hand you our money and you won't take it because you keep breaking the game. That actually was a very good point, man. Thank you. Shout out to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to think there's only 2 people in the dev room and they are just like sitting between 2 leaders. Like I don't know what to do. And one more thing. I'm sorry, I forgot to support. I'm going to read the chat. Another thing, when you work on different teams, I'm trying to think of another project I did one project where, and these are like, you don't know, these are all different companies. The project was, we're gonna add a feature to this site, and the feature was just a chart. So here's a React web page, and we're gonna add a component that the component behind the scenes will pull data, and the data will be kind of spun up and then put into a graph chart. And then when the person clicks the little drop down expand thing, the chart appears. Why is there 7 people doing this? I do not know, but there was. A lot of us were being lazy. Like, I don't feel like doing this. We weren't really helping. Whereas some of the guys were, anyway, that's the thing, right? So you see it from that perspective. I got a real funny feeling that a lot of these guys, it's just a job, and they're like, I don't know. I could tell there's no passion in what they're doing. It's just like, oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot here. When your time for your promotion comes up, which could be quarterly or annually, every quarter you have to write down what you accomplished and what you did. Well, if there's 7 people working on one project that's just a chart, that's not hard to do. How do you prove value? So I took Jin and I added a 113 instead of a 112. I took Fang and now he could turn around and do Whispering Clouds. Why would I spin around in a fight with Fang? I do not know. It's stupid. But you see where these moves don't make any sense? I'm starting to realize that I think the developers, this is how I'm telling you guys behind the scenes how development promotions work. When you're on a big company, you make very small changes. So when you make a small change, it doesn't feel like you did anything. You did, obviously you did work, obviously, but as far as everyone else, they start looking at you like, well, did you make any real change? So you have to show value. Well, I took so-and-so and I raised their hit points this way and I lowered the hit points that way because I did the research and found that when you do 1-1 this, actually it's too oppressive. So I added this, made this, it's all like nonsense, but that's why I think it's happening. They're trying to get the promotion. Okay, I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I'm like giving you all the behind the scenes here. Street Fighter 6 development team always tweaking the F doing compensation buffs for the best moves entire game. Facts, but yep, facts. I enjoyed Tekken when it was a defensive punish game. That's my playstyle. That's my concentrated on learning how to use Paul's Death Fist and why I seemingly thread the middle. And here's the thing. They can put that in Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is beautiful. It loads fast. Just stick to the identity. Paul is, like you said, he's kind of it's not so much like a Guile. Guile's a turtle. If I have to hold this button and then forward kick, hold down, up kick, whatever all this Guile stuff, it's a turtle. I don't like playing those. I like doing Hadouken style moves, like down forward. That's why I like Elena so far. She's actually kind of cool. We can still fight each other with our different styles. It's a fighting game. And also another thing, I think every developer should be required to do a martial art. I think you should require that every Tuesday and Thursday, you got to do Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Wing Chun, Karate, Judo, whatever. If you got broken bones, you got some disease, then you could do Tai Chi, any martial art, because if you don't watch Kung Fu movies, which most kids nowadays don't, if you don't understand how this is work, you don't really grasp like why the game works this way and why people want to feel this way, because it's a martial art. You're feeling each other. I'll tell you about the story when I first started karate, but let me read. Nacon wanted business. Oh, see, yeah, even Sin didn't know. Shout out to Sin. Happy Sunday, Sin. GT Rat. Shout out to GT Rat. Happy Sunday, GT Rat. Wait, is that a Ducati in your picture? Shout out to Rat. I've had a Kawasaki ZX6, Kawasaki 636 Ninja. That was my first bike. Then I had the Yamaha R1. Oh, God, I love that bike. That bike will go to 191. The highest I took it to was 191, and that was actually by accident. I was racing, well, it wasn't racing, we were just on the straightaway, and I'm next to this Cowie and this Gixxer, and I'm in the middle, and we're just like, whoa, we're like, it's like it's a mile, maybe 2 miles straight into the sweeping turn. So you can take the sweeping turn like 130, right? But we're going, and I'm realizing they're not backing off. Okay, well, I'm not backing off, and and you start hearing, you're tucked in, so you hear the wind. People don't know this on a motorcycle. Every 20 miles per hour, the sound around you changes. So anyway, we're going. Next thing I know, I start realizing I'm like pulling slowly and steady from the Cowie and the Gixxer. I looked down, I saw 187, and I was still pulling, so I know I hit 191. Shout out to me. Anyway, I was younger and dumber before I had kids.
Yes,
Shout out to OMG's Dose. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, OMG's Dose. For the G7 Pro, I would probably bind the left extra top trigger to gyro control toggle. Otherwise, they're kind of hard to find. The user person. Yeah, these things are so small. My hands just, I get cramped. I can't even look. You can see there, I can barely. I'm really holding it pretty tight, to be honest. I wish I could turn these off. I'm thinking about like pulling them out if I can. We'll see. We'll see. I use the top extra buttons on the Vader 5 Pro for macros. Oh, that's a good idea. Typical Assault Corruption facts. Typical Assault Corruption facts. But that's for like RPGs and the games that have mesh shortcuts. God, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, as you're playing RPG, I see it's not so twitchy. I can make a lot more use of those. That's a good point. I'm working on my Claude certificate, architect, cert. I can't see. I got approved by the partner program. Oh, nice. Claude is a certificate. I didn't know that. Claude Code is a certificate program. Anthropic courses. Who knew? I don't know what this site is. I'm not going to click it. I know what happened last time I clicked. I got a strike. But that's Claude Certificate Architect is here. Look at this. Oh, it's brand new. 4 days ago. Anthropic just launched its first official technical cert. Really? Huh. Get out the way. Medium's getting messed up. The LinkedIn threads were running hundreds of comments. Engineers who had never seriously considered we're considering senior professionals. Yep, we're all feeling it because the job market's so bad. We're all like, what? A certificate? Give me the certificate. I need a good job. I need help. Wow, I gotta look into that. On that note, I asked you about some keycaps for my GK18. Yes, on Discord. Okay, Is that the same name? Yeah, you might have a different name. Okay, I'm sorry. I asked for some keycaps on my GK18. My 18's downstairs. I had the other ones up here on Discord a little while back. I got the one suggested and they look great. Perfect. Which the GK18 is the small one. You got the Tiki Taka ones. The ones that the So here's a Duelpad Zen, and these are the ones, same ones I was talking about, just different color. But here's the whites, and yeah, they're really nice. And what's funny is for Street Fighter, I just started playing this way. These two buttons, I mapped one of them here. I forgot, mapped one here, one there. So I'm getting used to like hitting my thumb for these two, so I can do all the high, medium, low, and then whatever one I want for this, I just boom tap it. Really nice. And this one, I don't really use this one at all, but I just put the two fish just because, you know, power to the people. All that stuff. You know, and then on this pad here's the R16. I put the fist here on the left pinky, and then I kept this one here. So I'm really liking having my LB or LT. I forget which one I do right here. Yeah, and I do L3, R3 on the top, and then this one is the same. This one and this one, usually this one of these two. You figure it out. Because what's nice with this, with your Guilekeys is you can change your profiles. And hold on, one more thing. Oh, you have the 18. You have the 18. I was gonna say this is their metal. This is the GF16, and I know before the tariffs, I would have put money that Guilekeys would have turned. This is their GK16 in metal. It's super thin. It's metal. It's premium. It feels really good. And shout out to Sin Written Soul. He whipped this design up for me. It looks really cool. Right at first, I was like, "That's very America." Like they're gonna think I'm political or something. But then, like I think he changed the colors for me to red, white, and blue. So it's blue down here. Shout out to America, right? Well, I know right now everybody hates us. I apologize. I'm not a politician. My politicians suck. I'm talking about just the people we love. Shout out to America. Anyway. The design looks really good. Check that out. Let me scoot over. Look at that. And it's Guile's background stage with Guile whipping, you know, the fireball, sonic boom things. But the point I was making was it's thin, it's wide, it's nice in your lap. If you know, it's really nice. And before the tariffs kicked in, I'm almost guaranteed Guilekeys was going to take all their layouts and put it on this frame because it's wide enough to fit the 18, the 16, the 21. Yeah, man, shout out to Guilekeys. If you're into ringed style controllers, Guilekeys is the first place you want to look. And if you, yeah, the 18 is definitely one of my favorites because it's split and it's really comfortable. The 21, although it has the extra buttons, your mind tells you don't need them, but you will find a way to use it, and it's really nice. So yeah, shout out to Guilekeys. They do a really good job. I didn't even think about this. I forgot to say how this and the adapter go together. I'll put this here so I don't forget. Because I explained what happened here. That worked. I actually did a tournament with this and it worked really good last week. Come on. But the keycaps, yeah, I'm so glad that you like those keycaps and the texture and everything else. They feel really nice. And I wonder, so next thing, where's I want to say Guy Trick, but it's Get Trick T Gut. You know, so fun, I think I know I'm getting stuck on that. Because it sounds very like a Christian name. Like it's you ever like fun. I was listening to Tekken Funeral the other day. And it was very like jokey Christian. It was funny, but it was very churchy. It was yesterday, matter of fact. But Get Your T Gudson. It sounds like a southern really like Southern Baptist name. It's a cool name. I had the shadow hunting switches on this pad. This pad has the Kale Sticker Falcons and all the new Guilekeys come with Kale Sticker Falcons, but I don't remember if yours comes with Kale Sticker Falcons because the 18 I don't remember. I think it does. So never mind. You're good. You have short travel switches. You have new keycaps. Yeah, you're set. Boom. You're set. Boom. If you end up feeling like you want something quieter, or not sensitive, because the short travel they're sensitive, not as sensitive. You may like the Deep Sea Islet pinks, the 35 ones. Those are really good. The low free Spectres are really good. The hot free 2 Windages are really good. Yeah. My fun fact. So my top 10, 20 switches right now. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I'm trying my best to remember all of them. If y'all want to know my top switches, I'll tell you because my brain's slipping right now. But if you want to know, I'll say it out loud. If not, I'll kind of stop there. S1000. Oh, you're on a Jixer 1000. Nice. GT Rats. And so my buddy, I think he calls himself the Blue Rhino. I forgot the word, but Father Time. That's my buddy. We go way back. I used to be a Rough Rider, so I vested him. and he got me into doing track days, and I hit level 2. And when I get out there, I still maintain a steady. I'm not out there racing my butt off. What's so weird is I'll haul it on the street, and on the track I'm going like steady slow. How weird is that? But I mean, I'm consistent. All my corners are consistent. I know where to be on the track. So they bump me because I'm safe around all the fastest guys. Don't really care. It doesn't scare me anymore. I'm good to go. But yeah, track days. I've been to Coda. I've ridden Coda 3 times. That's the pro track in Austin, Texas. The MotoGP track. I rode that one. I've been to Houston a bunch of times. I went to Texas World Speedway. I've been to ECR in Dallas. Fun fact: if Dallas is making a lot of money, the ECR track, to be a member, it is. I could be wrong. It was $12,000 to $16,000 a year. That's a new car. I have kids. That's a Honda Civic for my kids. A year. And then the sign-up fee was like $5 to $7. It was insane. To go there was like $350 for the weekend. It was actually fun. It was 2 riders with 1 coach. So you got a lot of intimate class he would go with one person, then come back, go with the other person. And the track was beautiful. Like, I mean, you had a lot of, cause I like the corner ride, right? So a lot of like good corners, drop your knee, you could drag your knee, like all that stuff. Anyway, I'm Harris Hill, San Marcos. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. GT is JT Rat's fault. GT got me off now, right? He's got me. Well, pause. Super pause. Pause. GT Rat got me off track. There we go. Pause. Got me off. Your hands probably appreciate the Vader 5 per more. You know what's funny, Sin? I like everything here. I don't like this on the Vader 5 so far. I don't know what's like it's I never like I played the other night. It's slightly smaller than like these. Like this, especially like a standard Xbox. I think because Xbox is fat down here in the bottom. She got a fat body, right? She got that donk. Whereas this one is more narrow. That's what it is. It's slightly more narrow. They probably need to make this a little bit fatter for me. The Vader 6, make the bottom a little bit wider because my hands are cramping up after like a few hours. Demon Dog, I'll give you details. I need to, Orwell. I definitely need to because I like that program. That Claude, that's actually a really good idea to look into that right now because it's so new. The test probably won't be that hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My mind is
Yes,
fried
sir.
with
Yes, sir.
yeah, my head hurts right now. Well, I guess they are more like bumpers. Oh, good point. Get your T Goodson. It's the Guilekeys K18. Yeah, I'm the same name. Just okay. Nice. And thank you for reminding me, like the conversation we had, because I get pinged a lot in Discord in a good way. I get pinged a lot in Discord or in the comments from chat, so I'll forget who I'm talking to. So I'm so glad you were like, hey, we talked in Discord about, and as soon as you start mentioning like going into it, I was like, wait, I remember this conversation, and that was right around the time I just found these. So that's why I remember. I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder what color you got. Did you get the red, the white, or the green? The green I put down on the Guilekeys downstairs, but I put in the Guilekeys because Guilekeys fit, the green just fit it, right? And the red looks nice and bloody. The light's not that good here right now. If I change my light up, nah, the camera's like, I'm colorblind, so it looks pink to me, but I'm probably wrong. It's probably red. This looks pink to me, but I'm colorblind, so who knows? But it's red. The label says red, so it's red. Red, white, yellow, and green. They look really good, and they have nice texture. And you know what's so wild is the Hot Freight 2 keycaps, they don't have like any color, but they're really nice. I like those. That's what I put on my Fightbox B Pro, and it made those Gearwork Raptors so snappy and fast and light. I was like, whoa, these are really good keycaps. Yeah, but I like these labels, yeah, and icons. I want to pick some caps. Yes, yeah, just shout out there. TikTok did a great job with those keycaps. And their you might like their Panda V1s, the black and whites. They're softer full travel, but they're soft, they're quiet, they're snappy. Those are really good. The Panda V2s, they're okay. They're nice. They're just a little more. They don't. I like my buttons to snap back to neutral. Like when I press it down, like you push. I want it to get back for tech. I want to get back to neutral as fast as I can. The Panda V2s, the short travel, when you push and let go, they come up at just a little different pace. Whereas the Shadow Hunting, the Kaleseeker Falcons, the Black Kites, the purple Gleeds, but with the 40 spring instead of a 30 spring, fantastic. Oh, speaking of switches, we got new switches too. I got stuff right here next to I gotta pull up. Let me pull this stuff up in a second. But like these nice. I just wish it had clear play for art. That part. Yeah. So what you want to do? Oops. I have a video for the M13 from like 2 years ago. I'll show you this if I can find it in just a second. What it's going to do is, because the template for your Guilekeys is on their website or their Discord server. And if you don't have the Discord server, let me know. I'll drop a link to you, or message me in Discord and I'll send it to you. But you should have it. Anyway, This is called an adhesive Lamy label. I didn't even know this existed. If you go to FedEx, you print, there's black and white for like a nickel for 10 cents. Black and white for a nickel for 5 cents. Color for 10 cents. Color gloss, which is the same type of paper but like shinier, that is like 15 or 20 cents. And then they have cardstock for like $1, right? Get the high gloss color pictures. And they'll do it behind they're going to charge you like a help fee and all that nonsense, but if the paper's behind the counter, right? So you print that out. You print your image on that. Then they're going to hand you what's called a Lamy label, and it looks like a thin envelope with a clear top and a sticker on the bottom. They put your picture inside and they run it through like a heater thing, and it seals the image to the label. And that's why this is so glossy, right? Once they do that, it's done. You just cut the shape out, and I use a hammer thing. So I use a leather belt cutter. I hammer all my holes out. That's why they're perfect. Shout out to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once you do that, you stick it on here, and then boom, you're done. So you can do the same thing with your. This is the hot free too, but you get the point. With these, since it's a texture, you could put it. It'll stick to this. It'll stick. Well, and it should cost you like $5, five to six. Well, the inflation, like probably the picture is 20 cents. The Lamy label, I think it's like $1. I don't remember. And then they're going to charge you an assistance fee because they have to do it for you. It's like $3. So yeah, like $5-6, maybe $7 with tax in Texas at least. But yeah, it's if you're going on that route, it's definitely worth it. And if you end up going the route, you need more like questions or help, just ping me in Discord and remind me who you are, because I'm going to forget. But remind me who you are, what you're trying to do, and we'll talk about it. And like boom, I'll get you squared away. Now the video will show you even more examples. You get the point. I'm rambling. Get wrecked. Oh my guys, get wrecked Gutson. Bruh. I can't read. I was like, Gittrick. That's my homie Gittrick. Actually, Gittrick's kind of a cool name. Gittrick. Huh. I just gave somebody a name for their kids. That's my son Gittrick. It's Get Wrecked Gutson. Oh my goodness. When Capcom stated the reason was that nerfing JP's other options would make him feel too restricted. But feeling restricted is exactly what you want for a character's main tool restricted. Exactly. Because I've seen JP when he first came out. And actually, I didn't play him because it looked kind of spammy. He was throwing these teleport things and just like, he's on this side of the room. Everyone's over here. They kept trying to move, but they had to block. It's like move, block. He was just like ting, ting, ting. I was like, that looks kind of stupid. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in Japan right now because both games are coming out of Japan. So that tells me that the developers there's something going on in their local community that they like this style of play and no one else does. So I don't know what's going on. Capcom stated that right. You don't solve this character. You don't solve this character's two dominant facts by making sure he always has plenty of ways to stay dominant. That's not balance. Facts. That's just shifting the problem around while keeping exactly. Level intact. Yep. The short version, they fixed the symptoms and upgraded the disease. Goodness. Yep. Get wrecked Gutson. Read it right. Shout out to me. Oh, I got the translucent purple. Oh, nice. That's even better. I didn't get the labels yet. You had just put a video about. Oh, so I think you got the Hot 42s because the Hot 42 is the R16. Those are good and they're light. So what you're gonna notice is these have a nice look and everything else. Like these are actually. Yeah, this is a Hot 42 key. So I say Hot 42, but even the Guilekeys stock, it's the same keycap as Hot 42. This thinner, lighter plastic. These are thin, light, and snappy. So your transparent ones should feel pretty. Or did you get the tongs? I don't remember which one I told you because I'm trying to think. There's not a lot of brands. There's Duelpad, which is the stovetops. You might have got the Duelpad stovetops. Those are good too. The Hot 42 Guilekeys, regular keycaps. The DOIO, these tiki-takas are basically DOIOs. These textured and they are slightly thicker material, so ever so slightly heavier. What I mean is when you push down, the pop-up, right? The push down and the pop-up. But you really won't notice it when you're playing, but they're slightly louder, like ever so because they're a little bit longer. They hit the bottom a little bit. I'll put it right here so y'all can hear this. So here's a Guilekeys Hot 42 keycap. Right, and then here's the new. Wait, where's that? It's basically the same. It's the same. Anyway, But yeah, nice. Yeah, good keycaps. There's everything I told you is good, and they're probably DOIs. They're purple. They're probably DOIs, and not DOIs. Excuse me. Those are probably Duelpad. The price is really good. AliExpress is a good keycaps. I had the stovetops on one of my pads on the shelf. I gotta grab it. Yeah, there's a lot of options now. You know what you like that I could point you towards. There's like 2 more. There's these Tiki Takas, and then the you already have the stock one, because Hot 42 make colors for the stock keycaps that you have from your original pad. So if you want colors of the stock feel, you can get those too. And the only thing the difference is, again, is the text on top and like ever so slightly lighter, heavier. So when you push, the response time is to snap back up if you care. With Tekken, we care. I don't know how they care. I don't know what game you play, but yeah. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Happy Sunday, Merlin. I feel like I'm gonna have to just buy several switches and feel them. that's actually true. Dang, 70 cents for color out here in California. 70 cents for a color print? Good God. I had the receipt down. I think I threw them away now. So I haven't made artwork in a while. A color print at FedEx is 70 cents? Man, you guys are getting robbed in California, boy. It's so beautiful there. But then you gotta live with the bums, and you gotta pay 70 cents for color copies. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. You're in Dallas. Okay, so, well, fun fact. I know we're talking about tracks, though. If you're in Dallas, you've probably been there, because I see you. Gitcher. No. Gitcher doesn't ride bikes. I was about to tell Gitcher to go to ECR. Or to go to ECR, or what's the other one? I forgot the name of it. There's like 3 tracks in Dallas I go to. Anyway. Fun fact too. So we're at this is definitely so we show up in Dallas for this track that we're gonna do. It's a real tight like loop track. The hotel's across the street. So as we're standing there the night before, you get there the day before, you put your bike in, they lock it up for you, and you ride the next morning. This guy's there because the car day was the same day as us. We get 30 minutes on the track, the cars get 30 minutes of the, or we were on 2 separate tracks. They took the big track and chopped it in half. So the bikes were on this side, the cars were on this side. He had a Nissan Skyline GTR 2019, like a 2018, something like that. And we're talking to him. He's like, yeah, man, I like this car, but it kind of scares me. It's got so much power. And I was sitting there, because people always let me ride their bikes, they let me drive their cars. Like people just, I've driven the Porsche electric turbo, I've driven Ferrari, not Ferrari, Camaros, all types of stuff, right? I've driven Ducatis. Like people just hand me their keys. They know I'm not going to tear their stuff up. And as he was talking, I was so close to be like, really? Man, I've heard about this car. Can I drive it? Can I take it down the street?
Bruh.
I wouldn't have got him a ticket.
Sir.
But I definitely would have done that thing. I'd probably take like 90
Yes,
and then chill. I
sir.
know where the cops sit at. I'd probably take it to 90 and then chill out, because we're on the streets. So I'd take it to 90, stop, and then give him his keys back. Like, okay, that's cool. We'll just fill it out. But yeah. And I had the suit, I had my helmet. I could have probably drove his car on the cart side of the track. But anyway, I was kicking myself. I didn't ask him to drive his car. Honestly, if I were to get some stuff, this camera's like right in my face. I can read. I'm not illiterate. The camera's in my face. Honestly, if I were to get some stuff from the JPN shop, I'd probably get some of those glossy diamond caps. You just sent me those too, and a bunch of DuPont cables. So speaking of gear, right? I didn't look into that. I assume stovetops refer to the spiral look. Yes, on them, because yeah, I got yep. Okay, so you got the dual pads, exactly. Those dual pads are really good because the price is very affordable. You know what's so funny? Before the tariffs last year, you used to get an 18-pack of dual pad keycaps for $3. Let me say it again. You probably paid $7 because of tariffs. It was because like the price went up because of tariffs. We were getting those last year. I was getting for $3 a pack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It show up in 10 days, but do you care? Like 14 days? But for $3, do you care? So, yeah. Anyway, now for the most part, keycaps are roughly $20 for 2 packs. For like 20 keycaps, roughly 20. The dual pad's still cheaper. The ones you got are probably 8, so you still got them for a good price. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, after tariff, the new world we live in, Hot 42, DOIO, they're usually like 16 to 20 bucks, and then the dual pad ones are $8 for 18. So yeah, it's a really good deal. Live with the bones. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. It's crazy in California. I love California. It's crazy. So what I was gonna say was, what's nice about this adapter too is before I'm gonna pull up I got some gear on the floor. I'm gonna show y'all. So with this Brooks P5, if you have the 8-bit DOE wireless, you usually take your adapter out of here, right? And fun fact, you can still use the adapter. Stick the adapter in, put an adapter, everything works. Like all these work with the adapter. They all work just fine. But you bought this for wireless as well, right? So put it in Bluetooth mode. Well, first of all, excuse me. Take this, plug it in. It's going to be green or yellow. Wait for it to turn blue or purple. It'll be solid. Your screen will go bloom and like your name will pop up. Then hold the button until it starts flashing blue or purple, right? Because I'm colorblind. Once it does that, and it'll do that for like 5 minutes. So once it does that, put this in Bluetooth mode, wait for this to start up, and then hold your pairing button. And they'll just sit next to each other, just give it a couple seconds, and then boom, they'll just sync. Press home, and you're ready to play. Now you're playing this. That's what I did on Tuesday. You're playing wireless with this controller across the room using this adapter. So if you like to sit on your couch and play, boom, you found it. And again, you're playing wireless. Let's not pretend. You're going to see some type of lag. But again, I played in a tournament and I played fine. So it wasn't enough to like piss me off, excuse me, to upset me. But you get the point, right? All that stuff. New gear. Let me grab the new gear. Let's move things out the way because I have space. Let's move this out the way. Put the stands on here. Can't forget about the gas. Oh yeah, how's your gas looking right now? Because let's see. Oh boy, because I'm in Texas. So you know what's so funny? People don't know this, but Texas is kind of its own country. And when you live here, I've been here long. I'm from here now because I lived here so long, but I wasn't born here. But you live here long, you should realize that Texas is definitely its own country. $361. Jesus Christ. I'm in Central Texas. Austin gas prices. 376. Okay, so it's roughly, you know, basically 37. We'll say 375. Make it easy, right? Where's Crafty? Craft's in San Diego. San Diego gas prices. I can't type. I can't spell today. What's going on? Good God, 575. Whoa! You guys are paying $2 more? Whoa! Whoa! You guys went up $1. Well, we went up $1 too. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it sucks to be. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. And you gotta pay state taxes, don't y'all? We don't pay that in Texas. Don't mess with Texas. We don't pay that. Where's my gear? Yeah, speaking of keycaps, we gotta talk about keycaps right here. Jeez, that's crazy. Keycaps, put this here. Paying almost $6. We were in Texas last month and was jealous of the gas price. Yeah, you know what's so funny? During the pandemic, a lot of people moved here from California. The problem was Texas is too hot. And when you go to California, you guys like to be outside and do like arts, you know, I'll say arts and crafts, you know, nature and crafts and things like that and all that stuff. Shout out to Crafty. You guys are outside, but down here, this is our time to be outside from October, like September's hot. From October through May, like June, like June 1st. No, do like May 1st. Around there, like into May. We're outside. We don't go in the water because it's still too cold, but we're outside. In the summertime, it's so hot we don't go outside. So everybody gets fat because you stay in the house and everybody's working out. But anyway. So I ordered the Hot 42 replacement keycaps for the CATs. So these are like writing, just to try them out, right? To see how they were. And I think was it Merlin? I think it was Merlin or OMG Dose. I forgot who we were talking about this. So what's nice about the CAT, where's the adjuster thing? I could take the tool and I could spin the dial and I can make this short travel like a shadow hunting or full travel. I have them all in short mode. You just adjust it, you make it full travel like a regular keycap, right? And the keycap, can y'all see that on the bottom right there? There's these notches, and it just raises and lowers, you know, the height. It stays that way for good. So then the question becomes, well, if you never change the keycap, you never change the mode. It's always in short mode. It's always in tall mode, or you know, whatever. This is a regular keycap. Regular switch with a stock keycap. This is a shadow hunting switch with a stock keycap. So you can see, how can I do this? How can I show this to you without bumping the camera? Is that a good view? No. You can see how flush that is now. So this is shadow hunting with a regular keycap, and this is the stock in, I don't know what mode that's in now. I can't tell. And then here is a wind engine stock with a regular keycap, and here's the short travel room, right? But if you know you like this with just, you don't want to change the level, you can put stock keycaps and it will be slightly quieter. Right, so, and the only reason you hear something with CAT is this little adjuster, it can, when you push down, it snaps up. Well, it's kind of slapping the top of the ring, and it's not a problem because your 8-bit dough, your Quamba Sapphire, all your major brands, the switches click in, they all have a clack sound because they clip in place. They all like, I think the Victrix Pro KO, I have the review working on that one. That thing is clacky because the way it's designed, right? They're slapping parts all over the place. Yes, sir. Was that slapping parts? I don't know if there's a pause or not, but anyway. But here's what it usually sounds like. Right, and here's these. And this is loud because it's a short travel switch. Here's the wind engine. See how much quieter it is? And what happens is it can be slightly snappier. Like if you really need more snappiness, take the stock off and put just a regular keycap. These are 23 millimeters, okay, the 23s, and these are 25s on the bottom, right? So two 25s and the rest are all 23s. Just get the Hot 42 23 millimeters in any color you like. They have transparent and they have regular, and that will give you the snappiest feel, but you still will hear it a little bit because I think the keycap is slapping the bottom. Maybe that's what the noise is. Oh, it's when you hit the bottom. So when it goes, they probably didn't make the well deep enough. So when you press down, the keycap is like slapping. It's slapping the bottom of that's that sound you hear. That's what it is. Because these have it too a little bit. Oh, then you know what? Don't do it. Just leave it the way it is. But if you need, like, if you want it a little bit snappier and like ever so slightly less weight, so it bounces back high, like faster, then just get the stock keycaps in different colors and you'll be good. It's like, it's not a necessity, but it's something you can do. You can put regular switches, short or regular, on the CAT. You won't have any problems. And then, fun fact, if you're on the Hot 42 Discord, like my post, I did a feedback post and I asked them to put a piece of plastic in here. So that way, let me turn this, let's go with this guy. Oh, perfect. Right there. See this tray down here? The Quamba Sapphire, you could put all your parts inside. And I'm upside down, so I'm like, that's why I'm all weird. But this camera's, you can see better. But the problem is, you can see the go that way. There's the board inside. You can see the circuit board right here. There's the wires right there. You don't want to stick, even though this stuff will fit inside of here, I don't want to put it inside because it's slapping the board. That makes me uncomfortable. So, yeah, I know Hot 42, they're always doing some cool things. With the next, version of this, I hope they add a little piece of plastic inside. So you just, I don't care if my gear rattles around, I don't care. Just give me a place so I can throw it inside here. I can put my switches, because like, remember the ring remover? I want to do it right now, but it's in my bag. I gotta get up and go grab the bag, like all that stuff. I don't want to do all that. Let me carry it around inside the case. I haven't played this in a while, so it hasn't been in my face. Pause. But I want to play this again. It's like this controller too. Okay, more stuff. Let's get more gear out. More gear. Put this here. Press keycaps. And fun fact, I ordered the keycaps. I ordered them, I guess, before the second run. I'm in the first run. I didn't get these. I wanted the words on my home row and all that stuff, but it is what it is. But if you order it now, you get the words and all that stuff. So we put this down here. Let me get some water. I'm dying here. Okay, more gear. Let me come up a little bit. I can't see. I kind of want to see. Yeah, the CAT. So someone messaged me. They got the CAT for $70 with their AliExpress coins. That's a steal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you're on the Guilekeys now. Yes, this would be a good adjustment. This would be perfect for you because you're on the 18. Yeah, get the C. I mean, save your money, right? But point being is, even at full price, it's worth it. It's got a thick base. It's got good weight to it, good size. It has a custom foam wrist rest. It has artwork wrist. You can change your artwork now. And when you open this up, there's a sticker in here. Just take your time. You peel that sticker off, and you can put any artwork you want inside of here. There are rails, so they will kind of change your artwork, but that doesn't matter. It comes with like 5 or 6 designs. I just left the CAT, the cat picture, because CAT, right? But anyway, it comes with 5 or 6 different designs. You just throw in here wherever you want, but this will feel right at home to what you have now. But what's reason I'm recommending for you to get this in particular is you're going to feel what a regular Switch feels like. And what I mean is most pads, I can't talk. Most Switches are 2 American quarters. I get so many comments with, why don't you use a ruler? Why don't you use, to be honest, before, I didn't have rulers in my house before I had kids. Fun fact. So if you were like me, you probably have an adapter laying around, you have a USB, a cord somewhere in the house, you have coins, you can find a quarter anywhere. So a piece of paper, I do the paper test. People early on, I got so many comments. Why do you use the paper test? Why don't you use a graph? I'm like, well, first of all, the pad is on graph paper, on like a graph board, so you could do the math. But the paper is, everyone gets junk mail if you're an adult. So you take one piece of junk mail, lay it on the floor or your desk or your lap. That's what the controller feels like. Boom. You know, because I think we all see the picture of these things and you're like, well, that looks gigantic. This looks big, you know, but it's a regular size. It's bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a bigger pad, but it's not outrageous. But anyway, take a quarter, take another quarter. This is the standard height for what a controller usually feels like. Since you're playing on, I'm dropping stuff. Since you're playing on a ring style pad, the majority, essentially all of them have the same design. Your ring is 2 quarters. You didn't even know this. They're 2 American quarters off the base, off this base right here. So 2 American quarters. Take 2 more quarters, stick them on top. So your Switch is 4 quarters tall. So your finger, you didn't even know, but your fingers are slightly, they're not high, they're just slightly higher. Whereas once you go to the regular style, they're going to be lower. So that's why I think your C18 with your GK18, you'll be set. Because you have both your split designs that you asked for. This will be ever slightly tighter because there's no button here. But the point is, you'll have your both 2 split layouts. And you'll have your standard Switch feel with 2 quarters, and you can adjust this to 1 quarter short travel, and then you'll have your ring style with your rings. So that's, for you, that's a really good deal. If it's in your budget, you should definitely do it. And then you'll kind of be set for what you need. And then if as more like down the road, like, well, I want to get, because it's fun fact, most of us that have a Leverless, we have like 3 or 4. So if you start, okay, well, I want to try this next brand, like now you've done the 2 GB2040s, now you want to try like another brand. You'll know the spacing and the height right off the bat, just looking at it. Or if you watch my review, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about and say, oh, this is this high. Or this. And I'm rambling, I'm sorry. One more thing too, when you guys watch the comparison section, I had a vendor reach out and they were like, hey, are you saying this controller is better than ours? That one's better? I'm like, no. The point of the comparison section is, here is a Guilekeys that you just bought. If you like this style and this play, here is another option for you to consider. This does not have a left pinky. This is the exact same spacing, the exact same Switch height off the base, but you get a left pinky. This one has a button here. This one has a button here. You have the R16, but you don't use the left pinky. Well, that gets moved right here. You can go from this pad to this pad, and they're going to feel right at home because they're the same space, the same size keycaps, and the same height off the base. And that's why I do 3, I can't count 3, right? That's why, brother man, for the 5th floor, that's why I do 3 controllers. That way you get a good clue of here's some other brands and other options to try out if you like this style of play. Boom, that's what it's all about. So every review, that's why there's the comparison section at the end. It's not a like it's never really been like a who's better. It's just, you know, try some things, try some other brands. Like there are other options to try out. Let me come up a little bit, I can't see. Main reason I got the GK16 is probably the price, because it's $55. So Guilekeys, if you've never had a Leverless, Guilekeys is way up on my list. Like the Hot 2 C16, I usually send people there first because it's standard. It's 2 quarters off the base. You get a good feel for it. But when it comes to just like, when it comes to rings, I send the Guilekeys. So it's like my V of like where to start. To even like this. But if price is your only issue, I would tell you go to Guilekeys because they have every layout for $55 for $60. That's a steal. That's a steal, right? It's a steal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like the big space. Yep, on the GK18 is really nice between left and right hands. Yep. I don't even need 18, and that's the good point. You don't have. I like you said that. I don't even need 18 buttons, but it's a win because once you start understanding other ways to use the controller, how to make special custom layouts, you can switch games like me. In my old reviews, I used to take this keycap off, pull out the Switch. I would take just regular. I would take this tape right here. I would put tape underneath and I would just tape down the keycap. And people would be like, hey, is your keycap broken? It's kind of wobbling. Well, I'd be talking again. This is this. I'm like talking, and I didn't realize the thing was shaking or kind of crooked. I just never use it for Tekken. My thumb sits here, so it's in my way. I take it out all the time. Well, now I'm playing Street Fighter more because Tekken's broken. These two buttons are here, so now I had to put on all my pads. I had to put the switch back in and the keycap back on. So now I have a profile for I have a video showing how to do it. But I have a profile for Street Fighter where this button is activated. I have a profile for Tekken where I just I press this button and I press one of these to switch profiles, and I go to my Tekken profile and now it's turned off, and I can play Tekken or I can play Street Fighter or Guilty Gear, or not Guilty Gear, but Fatal Fury. Yeah, so yeah, Guilekeys is really good about giving you more, and you just turn off what you don't need. Let me come down. That's my main issue with 90% levels is having my hands mashed up next to each other. Yeah, so if they're mashed, you may want the Hofuri 2 T16, the Razer Kitsune, the 8-bit Do Leverless, the Guilekeys. If you like the rings, the Guilekeys GM16 is this layout. The M on a picture looks like what you have now, but it's actually wider. This I can't talk. The switches are actually the same width as this controller. They're just the same button you're used to, same small keycap. They're just wider apart. So yeah, fun fact. But that'll let you know the style, the layout, all the blah 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 blahs. And also I have two controllers. I have one for like Street Fighter games and one for Tekken games. That's kind of how I do it, because my hands do cramp up and they hurt when I play too long on certain tighter pads with the wrong game, or if I play Tekken if I play Street Fighter with the wide spacing, sometimes my hands are like hurt because I'm like, oh, I can't reach. So I like a tighter spacing with the anyway, yeah, you'll figure out what works best for you in the games you play. Yeah, Dose, that was you. That was definitely you, Dose. When we were talking about the CAT, it was slipped my mind, but I couldn't remember. I hope I sent you the pictures. I don't remember, but this is the wind engine and this is the shadow hunting, and I can't get a good view because it's very flush. It kind of goes up. Now you want to come off. I tried to spin, you didn't come off. Now you want to do it. It's actually like really flush when you push it all the way down. And when you let go, it's a lot like low mode. And Dose, did yours show up yet? I'm curious what you think of it. It probably didn't come that fast. You probably need one more week, I would think. I need that dial, the adjuster dumb thing. I left a comment too asking them to put a slice instead of these circles, so I can just use my nail and just adjust with my nail. So I don't lose my ring. Give me a second. Hey Google, set the AC upstairs to 75. Where's my... So fun fact, when you go to conferences and they hand you these little bags and you're like, what do I need that for? Put all your adapters, put all your cables, just put your extra stuff in these bags. They're super helpful and they're free.
Setting to 75 degrees.
There you are. It's free swag. Take it, use it. Oh yeah, and also, get wrecked guts, and it comes with these hot blocks, and these you can use to block out different ports. Like if you don't use the plug, you can stick it in there. So yeah, the CAT comes with a lot of cool stuff. You get a lot of value in the box. Where's the small one? Small. Here's the ring. Put the ring on here. Let's put this back real quick. Come on, get in there. I'm rushing, that's why. Come on, dumb thing. Get in there. Did I lock it? I think it's locked. There we go. Yeah, it's locked. Cool. There we go. Yeah, this tool is a little annoying, and they're sharp too, but you'll figure it out once you get it. Close this up. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the wrist rest is a big draw for me. Yeah, the wrist rest is nice on that one. This Quamba Sapphire has like a really big base, but what's weird is like the wrist rest where it sits is kind of slanted down, so you really it is gel. It's really nice with gel and all that good stuff, but the way it kind of sits, you're like, eh. But the pad is so big, you don't notice it. You're like, oh, it's still good. You still like it. The art panel, the button, yeah, you're gonna like the CAT for sure. And like I said, it's gonna feel familiar. It'll be ever so slightly tighter as far as like your split, because the 18 has that button in the middle. It's really wide, but you won't notice compared to like you come into something like a standard layout. You're gonna notice, but you won't notice going from the CAT to your Guilekeys. You'll like the two. The other thing you'll notice is it's twice as thick as your GK18, so you'll notice that too. But you'll bounce back and forth between both, and I think you'll be happy. And then, like I said, the last one, if you need one more layout, I know you're like, I have 2 pads, why I need 3. If you go to woot.com, the 8-bit dose is like $55 on Woot all the time, like $60. Or the Guilekeys if you like rings, the Guilekeys. Anyway, when you figure out how you feel, I have one more suggestion for a wide space layout pad for you, if you want to try that one too. So you have your tighter spacing, you'll have your flat, you'll have your rings, and then you'll have your wide. So you'll have all 3 styles in your home, and you'll know which one you like the best from that point on. Stop playing games and get the Brook. Let's mod it on stream. So you know what's funny? I took 2. So what I did, the Vitrix, I took 1, 2, 3. I put the Guilekeys Raptor Extremes, the Hot Free 2 Ice Creams, the Kale Speed Silver Pro, something like that, and then the stock Cherry Speed Silvers, right? Because of the keycap design, it's kind of clacky. I can't tell which one I like. I halfway like the stock, which I did not think, because they're fine, but I always take them out and I put one of these other 3 on there. But yeah, the way it's designed, I can't figure out which one I like better. I need to spend more time with it. And locking, because I haven't had any problems. So I'm like, sometimes I'll use a pad, I'm like, okay, these switches, they don't suck, but they suck. So I'm getting these out of here. Like, and again, everyone's hands are different. I know what my hands like, right? So I'll have a switch, and I'm like, okay, this switch is not how I want this to feel. Get these out of here, put something else on there. I can't really figure out. Oh, I got switches right here. We gotta talk about these. I can't. Yeah, that one I can't figure out yet. I don't know why. Yeah, I have 2 levels, the GK18 and a Hoffer 2 something 16. I hope it's a T, because if you have the T, that's the same as 8-bit. That's the large keycaps and wide spacing. Then you'll have everything. I do want to see a T, but I can't see. But I'm also wanting to do a K lever build. Oh, nice. Okay. So you already have your 2. Then the CAT is nice, but if you already have enough, then do what you're gonna, don't worry about it. But I'm not gonna lie, CAT, or someone likes a split pad for all the gear you get in the box. I'm like upselling you right now. I don't even work there. Let me stop. Yeah, yeah. If you're doing a K-lever build, that's gonna cost more money, and put your funds towards that. But I'll put it this way: put the CAT in your cart, and then get your coins every day, and check the coin section every day and see if it's on sale. If it's on sale for like 90 or 70, like 90, I think it's, because usually I think it's 120, something like that. If it drops to 90 for you and you're a little, because AliExpress, they kind of adjust pricing, just hit the button. You won't be disappointed. And OMG, he hasn't gotten his yet, but he knows what I'm saying. It's a good pad. Yes, I use your live video, and I have a tech entry. Oh, perfect, good. You have the 2 profiles, perfect. And once that's good. That's awesome. Good. I like ringed and ringless. Okay, good. So you're kind of in the middle. To be honest, I think ring looks nicer. Oh, gotcha. Okay. For me, the rings are cool, but some days, like, my hands are, because if I'm typing on my laptop, not my keyboard, it's cramped and my hands hurt. So I can't use the ring ones. They'll be too tall, and like my fingers are like this, and they just start to ache, right? I know I'm like on the verge of death over here. But when I play regular, but when I'm not doing that, I can play anything. But that's just the weird. Everybody's hands are weird. The best loves on the market right now for the money has to be the CAT and the Sapphire. Yeah, both for, the Sapphire's MX, the CAT is Kilo profile. Both really good values. I feel like the Quamba really dropped the ball on the Ruby. Yeah, what's with the Ruby? Let's check the Ruby watch. Quamba needs to kind of work on their marketing, because I think in their head, let's get that's 2 months ago. I think in their mind, just talk about it and people will be waiting to buy it. But in today's world, I feel like when we hear something, we want to pay for it now. Yeah, I'm not logged in. This is not my real computer. This is like just my streaming box. But this Ruby, and fun fact too, Quamba, don't post your picture sideways, please. Please put them upright. Put them, like, take the same picture, just rotate the image. Because I don't want to turn my head and look at this. It makes me feel like a nut bag. Oh, maybe on my phone you're supposed to rotate it. Never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. But the Sapphire, you get so much value out of the Sapphire. And actually, I have an extra one of these I need to sell. I'm going to put it on eBay for like 140, maybe 130. It's in the box, brand new. I have something happened, and I need to get rid of this one because I don't need 2 of them. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything's fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's just why do I have 2? sapphires, so I just sell it. I think eBay would be easier because that way it saves with the headache of like shipping, like all the details behind the scenes of the, like Facebook Marketplace sucks. I've been trying to sell these mini bikes for like, I don't know, for 2 or 3 months, and it's just a bunch of people message you and they don't ever, it's a mess. Facebook Marketplace sucks. Move this out the way. This right here. Oh, I need space. Space. I need space. I need space. I need space. Let me close the window. It's getting hot. Okay, check the chat here. Especially with the metal plates. Yeah. Oh, that's right. The sapphire is that metal plate. I forgot about that. I need to look into that again. I think it's on Folks Tag. Especially Street Fighter, I need to boost up the I need to turn to Street Fighter here. I do actually. That way, yeah, because that'll get me off by 2/3 an hour. Yeah. All right. Let me go to the chat here. It'll be Tuesday. Okay. Oh, well, that's fast. I'm really excited to hear how you feel about the CAT. You're like I said, you're gonna notice it's slightly louder, but I don't think you're gonna care. And once you figure out the adjuster thing, because that is like a little. Once you you see in the video, once you own it and you're like messing with it, you're like, the ring design, it's cool. I like it. I actually use it. So it's like some people think it's a gimmick. Same with the sapphire. Like, oh, it's a gimmick. It's really not. It's just you're gonna set it in one place and never change it. But at least you have the option to do it. Right. So yeah, I like that. I like that on both sapphire and the CAT. Shout out to Ryuno 9890. I can't read 996. Shout out to Ryuno. Happy Sunday, Ryuno. I'm thinking of getting the M Ultra. Love the M Ultra Gen 2. And through your videos, I learned that this camera's. I can't read this camera here. Why don't I just move this over? What do you know? Now I can read. I'm thinking of getting Ultra Gen, and now I'm saying Gen 2 because the Gen 1 you can't find it anymore, and the Gen 1 is really nice too. The Gen 2 is just a left pinky, but I don't know. Anyway. Then we get the Ultra, yep. And through your videos, I learned that the layout is the same as S16, which I really like. So, okay, so I'm glad you messaged this. Hold on. I'm just gonna spend a bunch of stuff in my way. So here's what you saw the video of. This is the M Ultra Gen 1. The Gen 1 is your S layout. Tightest spacing. Just it's an S. It's an S16, just on a big frame. It's metal, nice and cold. I'm in Texas. Really, right now it feels good. It's nice and cold and premium, thin, like really nice pad. 2 power ports, all the things, right? Here's the M Ultra Gen 2. So you'll notice left pinky button is gone. No left thumb, or you know what I'm saying? Left pinky's here. This button got moved here. So you keep these 3, but this button got moved over here. And the reason I'm saying that is, this is a C spacing. So the S and C are pretty much the same thing. The only reason that the C is slightly wider is because you see this ring around each keycap. It's the S layout with a ring, so you have to make it ever so slightly wider to fit the rings around each keycap. So you won't, like, if you have a C16 now, but you like your S more, you're not gonna like the M Ultra Gen 2. But if you don't own either one, you just have the S, and you never had a C, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. If you were coming from a T, like look at put that right there, because the 8-bit dose is a T. See how big the gap is here? Look. I could fit this whole like adapter through here. See how big that is? But look, see how it does not fit. It does not fit through here. Like it stops. This is your widest spacing. This is your tighter. Whereas the S is like this one here is the S is your tightest. But between this and this, it's essentially the same thing. All right, put this here. Dropping stuff. So this one is. So on here, it's essentially the metal head of an adapter wide, like barely wider. Whereas here, it's like ever so slightly more. See the ring right there? It's ever so slightly wider to fit the two rings. I'm going to stop rambling, but so you get the point. You're going to be happy with the M Ultra Gen 2. It's a really nice pad. It's nice and cold and metal and premium. It has a nice bright lights around all the buttons. You're going to be happy with this. Just coming from the S, like the M Ultra Gen 1, it's going to be ever so slightly wider, but you probably won't notice, but that's what it is. And for whatever reason, they stopped making the Gen 1. They only have the Gen 2 now. It's kind of the X series. So I'm starting to wonder if Hopfrey 2, if they make a design, they print, we'll say 1,000, I don't know, print 500, I don't know. And then once the 500 sell out, it's gone for good. Except for the S and the T and the C. Like certain models they make forever, but it seems like certain ones are kind of like try and buy. So, yeah. I think you'll like it. You'll like the Gen 2 a lot. I've never expected getting into fighting games would give me the secondary hobby of fighting. But it's just, I think we all fell into this trap, and but I say a trap in a good way, where it's like these. You're kind of locked into a controller. They all kind of feel the same. So they're different, but they're kind of the same. But you still can find options to kind of switch it up. Before, all you had was like a hitbox, a Razer Kitsune, Impress Nano. You were very limited. So that's why I'm so happy there's 50, 100 different leverless now, because once you know your spacing, you know your rings, no rings, your height, no height, your KO switches, your MX switch, like you know what you like. You can target by these certain things and be happy. You know, it's really good. It's really nice. No matter what switch you swap to, they all sound the same. That's a good point. Yeah, they do. They all sound the same, but trust me, once modded, the Raptor is 10 out of 10. Oh, for the Victrix. Okay. It's 10 10. That's modded. Yeah. I should do that next year. Maybe we'll do it next year. I'll take it, because I'll take it out and we'll figure out which switch I like better and like go through different ones. Yeah, that makes sense. It's way too, yeah, the Victrix Pro K was loud. And yeah, it's loud. But it's metal, so I kind of expect it, but it's loud. It's metal and it's clacky keycaps. So it's like a I don't want to say a trifecta, but like a double up. I have a Razer Kitsune. Okay, good. So, yep, the Razer Kitsune is this layout, the wide spacing, yep. And now you're going to the M Ultra Gen 2, you're going to be happy because it's going to be tighter. You're going to like that a lot. It's very good, but after a few hours of playing, it starts to tire my fingers out because they're too far apart. You're probably playing Street Fighter, so you're trying to do like low, medium, high, and super shield or super punch, whatever it is. So your fingers like this all the time, it does wear your hands out. Whereas once you kind of move it close like this, it's not a keyboard because it's crampy, but it's like right in the middle, and it's going to feel, you're going to like the M Ultra Gen 2 a lot. And it comes with short travel, so it's going to feel like super snappy. It's metal, so it will be louder, just kind of FYI, but you're in a Kitsune is loud anyway. It has the clipping keycaps. But yeah, Kitsune is heavier on my fingers. It's heavy on my fingers. Well, my Kitsune, I changed. Mine has the black optical switches. I have the, what's the word? The O-rings. So my Kitsune, for me, is way snappier now because those reds were kind of mushy and flat. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't really like red switches, period, right? So there's nothing wrong with them. They're just flappy and they're just clacky and snappy, like, and flat to me. I put my headphones on. My headphones were dying. Switch headphones. Okay. I hadn't considered how Ringed has a higher profile though. More to experiment. Yes, and that's a good thing where you have, it sounds like you have the three types in your house. I don't know if you have a C or a T at your house now, the 16. You have the Guilekeys Ringed, and then you have, I think you see you have one more. I'm losing my mind right now. But yes, you're going to know, do I like it wider, tighter, higher, or standard, lower, and then split or not split. Like you're in a very good spot. I keep wanting to say get trick D Gutson, but get Red Goodson. You're in a good spot to dial in what you like. And what's, like I said again, what's nice is when I put reviews out, you'll see the comparison. You'll know right off the bat, like, oh, okay, this is what I like. Let me see what the price is. Okay, it's too much for me right now. Maybe I'll get it next year. Like, or you know, like the 8-bit dough. This came out. This was $90 when it came out. Now it's like $50. So if you were like waiting for a wireless wide space pad, you could pick this up now and then, you know, boom. Only thing with this, you would change your switches because the switches are loud out the box. Those clicky things. But anyway, you get the point. You get the point. I'm rambling. Right, you know, the S16's layout is very good in my opinion. Okay, perfect. You're gonna like the M Ultra Gen 2. You'll like it. If the Razer Kitsune had buttons that were close together and had standard S16 layout, I'd be perfect. Yes. So with the Razer, again, that for me for Tekken, I like that layout because it's nice and wide, and my thumb I play weird. When I started playing Leverless, I was on a standard layout, no extra buttons. So my thumb went here, and my other one's kind of wrapped around. So I play Tekken like this. I'm playing kind of weird, like 1+2. I'm doing this weird stuff like this. So when this button's here, it gets in my way. Until I learned how to change profiles, now it doesn't get in my way anymore. But for Street Fighter and things like that, I know exactly what you mean. It's too wide. See, my pinky's like way over here. It could be too wide, so I do like the tighter spacing for my, 'cause I have skinny fingers. If I have fat fingers, I would like the wide spacing, but I have skinny fingers for Street Fighter, I like it tighter. And 2XKO, I like it even tighter. I like a keyboard layout for 2XKO for some weird reason. It's getting hot, dude. Shut the sand.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
perfect.
Yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
T, which is wide.
sir.
You have the Guilekeys, which is standard. I'm saying type, but really it's standard. Oh, Guilekeys right here. So you have the tighter, aka standard layout, and it has rings. So you're getting used to like, are my fingers higher? My spacing is standard tighter, you know, all that stuff. Yeah. Whereas Ryuno, he wants it tightest. So Ryuno is, come here. He may actually even like the Duelpad, because Duelpad is one of the tighter spaces. It's slightly ergonomic, right? But for $50 on AliExpress, you get the unique layout, the nice size pads. This Guilekeys and Duelpad are basically the same thing. They have the same features, right? Same feel. But you have rings. So, well, he doesn't have rings now, so they'd be tall for him. He might not like the ring feels is taller. Well, I don't know. You really don't notice it. When you own it, you don't notice it. You really don't. Go down. I'm trying to knock the camera over. Because everything's new when you first get it. But once you're used to it, like, this is what it is. You don't have a problem. The Kitsune is good. Is a good board. Yeah, it is. Just not enough function. Yeah, and also again, if you have a Kitsune, I really think you should change your switches. The stock reds, they're just clacky and mushy to me. The blacks are better. Emulsion 1's absolutely good. Yeah, Emulsion 1's really nice. Oh, the DOL keycaps. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Respect the artwork, or respect the
Yes,
keycaps.
sir.
Really
Yes,
nice.
sir. Yes,
What's
yes,
weird though is
sir.
these keycaps on the Gen 2, because the design underneath is a little bit different, I can't push them all the way down the Gen 2. The DOIs are a little bit taller, so you wedge them all the way down, they clack on the bottom, they can kind of jam inside the little light ring thing. So at first I took them out, but I put them back in, I just found a way to do it. But this came out really good. So I wanted to have white and black for the Gen 1, red and black for the Gen 2, and then like another color when they make a Gen 3, but we'll see how that goes. That's the one thing I would change on GK18, put the left pinky button down by left thumb instead. GK18 doesn't have that button there. I haven't, it's downstairs because I'm doing the video for the PS boot, so I want some Guilekeys controllers in there. Hoffer2 needs to sit down and get this HD controller. They haven't said it, but I'm almost guaranteed they're going to have that going, and I would not be surprised if they make a wireless one like the 8-bit Do. I really wouldn't, because they're really creative. I was going to say smart, but they're creative and inventive, so I wouldn't be surprised. I know they've got this Retro Plus thing and the TV gamer thing kind of going on right now, so I'm sure they got drama going on, but yeah, I think it's good. Gen 2 is a cable lock. That's right, Gen 2 has a cable lock too. I forgot about that. And better grip for your lap. I use the cat tongue strips, so I don't really notice, but yeah, that's a good point. Shout out to Code. Happy Sunday, Code. Gamesir G7 Pro is a good controller. Yes, good controller. And Code, if you like this one, shout out to Cindy. Put me on this Fly. I can't talk. Fly Digi Vader Pro 5. You will like this too, because you can adjust the tension and make these like super tight or super loose. My son's been testing both of these. He's liking this one a lot. But he's a kid, so his hands are smaller than mine, but he likes that one too. Vitch Pro KL 2, yeah. Yeah, and the Vitch Pro KL is bigger than you think it is. It's not as big as the Sapphire, but it's nice and big on your lap. Pause. Super pause. Well, is that a pause? Is that a yes, sir? What? That's a pause. You should try out the Gamesir G7 Pro. I should. I really should. I mean, actually, I use it for Tekken 7, because I play with Long. I play with controller. Doc, you go on Texas Showdown? You know what? When is Texas Showdown? I don't know. That's next weekend. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know it was coming up. I live it. You would think I would know this too. I should go. Where's Tekken at? They're right there. What city is it? Houston or San Antonio? Houston. That's not even far. I might try to go. I might. This is really close. I'm gonna pull this tab out so I don't forget to look at this later. I'll put it on this. I'll make a note for myself somewhere. I gotta write this down because I'll forget. 'Cause that'd be really cool. I can't hear. There we go. Now I can hear. Oh, Coach, you're going to. Everybody's gonna. Oh, I need to try to go. That'd be really cool to catch up with y'all and just hang out. Mind you, I'm very quiet in person, so you gotta talk my ear off. But that'd be really cool. I don't know what switches are. Magic 18. They are okay, they're pastel pink. Again, I'm colorblind, but I know the pink. Those are Kale Sacred Falcons. Those are very good switches. They're short travel. They're snappy. You're gonna like that. They're good switches. What's so funny is when you go to another pad, you're gonna notice like, why am I pressing so? Well, I mean, you're on a tall. Well, so that's why it doesn't feel weird to you, because you're on your 16s feel so much like the one your 18 because they're short travel. So even though you have rings, they're technically taller, but because they're like 1/4 lower, you're going from like a 2/4 on your T to a 3/4 on your GK. Whereas if yours came with if you had the base model Guilekeys, they come with reds, so they're 4/4 tall. I know I'm like probably going way down the weeds, but if you just take some quarters, put them on your desk, your T16 is 1/2. It's 2 quarters off the base. If you got the CAT tomorrow, you can turn your CAT into like a 1 to 1.5 quarter off the base. It's this low. Like, it's very snappy, right? Then when you go to your Guilekeys, I need more. Where's my other quarters at? Where's my quarters? Where's my props? I have props. Your Guilekeys, because it came with Sacred Falcons, it's 3/4 off the base, essentially. And then if you bought the stock Guilekeys, the older Guilekeys, like the original one, it's 4/4 because the reds are this tall. They're like 2/4 of the. Anyway, you get the point. So you're kind of lucky that the way you're all set up, yeah. That's why it felt so familiar to you when you got it, because it wasn't. It came with short travel. I forgot about that. The newer Guilekeys come with short travels. Man, Code's going, Orville's going, everybody's going to Texas Showdown. Dang. Code, are you in Texas? I thought you were. I don't know why I thought Code was in Tennessee. You're wrong. Bruh. I don't know why I thought Code was in Tennessee, but probably wrong. Or were you going to Texas Showdown so I can communicate? I'm not. Oh, you're not going over. Okay. Unfortunately, I should definitely play for another. I'm not. Unfortunately, I should definitely play for another weekend link. Nice. A friend invited me to a monthly. Oh, got you in a state that weekend, so I'm heading there to see the scene. Nice. My T16 has reds. Yep. And the travel is further, even though it has rings. Right. Yeah. It's weird where on a normal day your T will feel lower than your ringed GK. Like if here, a better example. Here's the R610. This kind of like kicked off this ring design. If you were playing with this and your T side by side, this comes with red, or it comes with crystals. They're just reds. You would notice this is way taller than your T. You'd be like, oh, well, this feels taller. But since it's short travel, they feel roughly the same. But even your short travel, they are technically, if you put some quarters, it should be taller than your T16, if I remember right. I got it's almost 2 o'clock. I could probably play Street Fighter. Oh wait, we still got. I haven't gone through this stuff, so we may not be able to play. So let's talk about this. So, shout out to. Dongle goes to Tennessee because it's only tendencies. Bruh. I don't know why I was like. I don't know why I thought Code was in Tennessee. I don't know where I even got that from. Or at least in the South. I don't even know. But shout out to SGF Devices. They were clearing out all their stuff, so I got one of their T-shirts. They're a good pioneer, good company. I met them in person at Evo. And I know they shut down now. They shut down like a month or 2 ago. But shout out to them. Really good people. I met the owner. I met his mom. I met his team. Just really nice people. So shout out to them. I should try to get him for an interview. Cause I've been telling Speedy for like over a year. Speedy's like, Dr. Jones is full of, but I really want to do. I forget. And I ordered some cables, just really support us. These are right angle USB-C cables. So that's really good. They're long too, so that's cool. He had a case box. It's like, all right, that's kind of cool. Nice case box. And then, where'd it go? Oh. So he also had so it was February. So in like basically March 1st, it was February, the last day of February. They're shutting down. They have a liquidation sale. You know, all that good stuff. When you go to liquidation sale, they have the booters. If you need a booter, they're $35. That's or $40. That's super cheap in today's economy. But they had switches also. So they had these linears. So 250 switches for $50. That's a really good deal. So grab some of these. These are their chimpanzee linears. They're palm switches. They are 50 force and regular travel. Like 2.8 is the regular travel. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Actually, get wrecked. See, this travel here is 2.8. You have the Kale Sticker Falcons. It's so funny how you got good switches. You don't even know it, but you got good switches. These Kale Sticker Falcons right here. Where's the spec on these? These are 1.8 and the force. So now, okay, so I'm gonna like just kind of just give you like a quick spiel. You want to look at the force. A red is, I think, is a 43. These are a 50, so they're gonna be hard to. It's not bad. It's just a tighter feel, right? Right now you're playing on a 37 force, and your travel is 1.8. So these are 1 point, like a red wind engine, like pretty much every other switch is a standard travel. They're 2.8. The Sticker Falcons, the Shadow Hunting switches. These are Baja 42. These the same way. These are 1.8 or the 2.0, but essentially 1.8s, right? Then they have the purple gleeds. These things are soft though, but the purple gleeds. These are short travels also, if you like that feel. These are short travels. Where's the full travel? There's the pre. The pre is 0.8 right there, but where's the full? And the force. These are a 30 force, so these are soft. It says ultra light. That means like very feathery, and that's a good like for me. They were too soft for me, but on the Brooks controller, for whatever reason, they actually were just right. So you do the math, but on every other controller I put them on, I didn't like the purple gleeds. I think I did it live on stream. I actually took them apart and took a spring, it's a 40 spring from the low free spec surfers, took the surfer spring out and put it in the gleeds, and then I was happy because they're quiet. These purple gleeds are very quiet, but just they need a 40 force. The 30 is too soft for me. I mean, again, people like it, but we all have different feels, right? We all have different hands, and that's why you can find what you like, but it is a little bit of a you going down. See that right there. Purple gleeds, Sticker Falcons, like the black kites. The black kites are totally different too. The clicky high mountains, like there's so many different. The ghosts. So these ghosts, say these are a 50 force. And yeah, they're a 50. Why did they put the pre-trails at a full trail? I don't even know. But these are a 50. I think these are like a ghost because they're palm and they're also a 50. And with the palm, again, I'm going way down the rabbit hole. See how it's not transparent? It's like a solid color. I'm colorblind. Is that like a brown, orange? Tan, I don't know what color it is, but it's a solid color, whereas yours are clear, so yours are not palm. So what that means is the palm they self lube. Yes sir.
Yes sir.
And it makes them
Yes,
smoother
sir.
throughout time.
Yes,
Whereas these,
sir.
if you add like a very little bit of lube, these will get even smoother than what you have now. Like these are just kind of like a standard plastic on plastic. This is like plastic with lube, if you want to call it that. And these are plastic on plastic. You can go deep down the rabbit hole, and it is a difference, but you're not missing anything if you never owned it. So don't freak out. You didn't get gypped. Actually, again, they actually did you oh, y'all can't see. I'm sorry. Can't see. Yeah, here's palm with the color here. Here's what you have. These are transparent. These are not palms. These are like all that stuff, right? But yeah, again, you're not missing anything. You're actually in a good spot where they gave you an upgraded switch compared to this keyboard. I need an ergonomic keyboard. This thing's so tight. I like the sound of it, but it's kind of low profiles. These are low profile V2s. Don't ever buy a V1 switch. They're garbage. The V2s, they're vampire looking ones. These have plus signs. And the reds, there's nothing wrong with these reds. Most vendors send a red because they're cheaper. But I've felt better now. I cannot go back to a red. These things are garbage. No, let me pause myself. They're not garbage. They just, once you felt something better, you don't want to go back. It's really that simple. So I can't go back to reds anymore. They're too clacky, they're mushy, they're rattly, they don't snap back as fast. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I love ripping on the reds. Thank you, Code. I'm so sorry, Code. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to fix. Thank you for telling me I fixed it. I know it's like a 20-second delay, so you guys missed like a whole 20-30 seconds of me showing, but I went back and showed you what I was talking about. And the force, you know, here's the travel of a 1.8 travel is the short travel switches. These are a 2.8 right here. So you want to look at total travel. And again, shout out to MB Wolf, because Wolf will definitely look at the actual, he's right on it, right? The pre-travel, you can really get a better feel of what you're paying for. And all this, I'm kind of lazy, so I don't look at full, I look at force. That gives me a good clue, because I think I have 20, 25 switches now. I can kind of tell what I like. They feel tall and mushy to me, yeah, because they're reds. The reds, they're trash. So what you could do is, even with your T right now, if you want to improve the feeling of your T, if you like the high, well, you have a low force, you have a 37. So I would recommend for you, I like the low for Spectres, but I mean, yeah, these are affordable too. Low for Spectres are affordable. See, these are 40. I like a 40 force. The total travel is a 2. So it's going to feel the same travel, but these are palms. Like the gray color, it's going to be quieter. It's going to be smoother than those reds. It's going to snap back to 0 really quick. You're just going to instantly notice like, oh wow, this controller feels like a brand new controller. It really does. If you want to keep the short travel on your T, I would tell you get the shadow hunting. I probably would. These feel different on acrylics, but I mean, you can go, like if this Sacred Falcons are cheaper, you can get these too, because this is what you have now. You already know the feel of it. So you could put these Sacred Falcons in that. It's the same switch. You could put them in your T also. They won't hurt anything. You just take your time, pop them out, and just stick them right in there, same layout. And see how like the pins there? These have 2 right now, but the new ones are coming with 3. That little slot down there. That third line is just for a brace, because I have some controls on the shelf where I changed the switches 2 times, and now when I press the button, the switch, it's not coming off. It just doesn't feel braced, like locked in place. Whereas like Offrey 2, there on top of my head, the way they design their plastic, there's the board, there's the plastic, there's the plastic, and then there's your design, right? When you put your switch in, it actually snaps into that first layer of plastic. It goes in the holes on the bottom and it snaps in. So you don't even know it, but your switches are like super braced in with Offrey 2. There's, I mean, tons of brands do, but again, they're in front of me, so I'm thinking about them. But yeah, so little things like that. So that's why they're adding this third pin now. So that way, no matter what brand you buy, if they have that or not, it still will feel stable because it has brace in the back and brace in the front. So like again, and yeah, so let me show you how to switch. I'm going to talk so much. Let me show you how to switch. So these just came in, and I haven't even tried them yet, but they're super quiet. Really, y'all probably can't hear that. Super quiet. Their palms are super. They feel like a low-free ghost. So in my hands, right? Super quiet, super snappy. I should put them on something right now, but I don't know what I'm putting them on yet. Yeah, and the color. I know that isn't Smack Ape like a monkey thing? So if it's a monkey, are these yellow? Wait, where's the camera right here? These are probably like a yellow tan with an orange. I don't know. I'm colorblind. I can't see. So who knows? But yeah. And also if you have like extra like vitamin containers, like whatever you have, right? These little medicine things, wash them out really good with Lysol and dish soap. Let them sit and dry for like 3 days. And then stick your stuff in there. And also, whenever you order a package, the little seeds thing that comes inside for the moisture, I don't know where it went. Throw it inside there with your stuff. Like recycle, reuse, recycle, all that stuff. But these will be added to something very, very, very soon. And my Switch chart, I think I showed you guys my Switch chart, but I could show y'all again if I still have it. Do I still have my Switch chart? I think I actually updated the other day. Is this the one? This one. So this is kind of out of date. Just to give you a clue of some of the things that we have going on here, I'll zoom in just for switches. Okay, good. It's by switch. So here are MX, these are Gatorons. The Gatoron Reds, I'm not really a fan. The V2s are good. The V1s I don't like. The Crystal Switch. Yeah, the crystals, I don't use those either. They're just reds. I don't use the crystals. The Wind Engine are really good switches. They're 43 force, so you would like those too. They come in like this Hoffer 2 C16. Like all the newer Hoffer 2s comes with Shadow Hunting or Wind Engine only. So these are really good, and they're 43 force, so they're going to feel right at home. The White Rains are really good. They're 50, so these are actually a firmer 50, but they're really nice. They have a nice stock sound too, like a really cool sound. The Spring Season, if I'm going too fast, I'll go slower, but But y'all can pause the video if y'all want to go back, see what pads are what. And again, the switch that they're on, that, how do I say this? It doesn't mean that, oh, I love the switch so much, I stuck it in this pad. Sometimes I had to test something, and sometimes I really like it. So that's kind of what's going on here with this chart. Yeah, they go so crazy. The disrespect on the reds. That's just the fact I remember using wind engines for the first time. That's what it was, Orville. I was like, because my mind's slipping right now. I'm a little tired. When, you know, this is 2 years ago. Can y'all believe this? In 2 years, it's changed so much. 2 years ago, everything was coming with reds, like across the board. And they're fine. There's nothing wrong with the red. They just suck. They're clacky. Anyway, there's nothing, if you didn't know any better, there's nothing wrong with them. But then Hot 2 released the wind engine. And that's what comes on like the CAT and like all these different pads, right? They're so quiet and smooth, and like the force, it just felt right. And you're like, oh wow, this is way better than the reds. Like, dump the reds, buy these, and then more people start making more switches. That it's like, now it's so much better. So the wind engine, I had them on my C, CS, and plus. Yes, the wind engines are fantastic. These are my top 10. White Rains, they come, so you get a dual pad, they come stock on the dual pad. So fantastic. White Rains, I have them in my box, my Guilekeys 21, the X series, the stick, you know, the stick module for the X series, I have that in my stick, is the White Rain. I wanted more force. My Maverick 8 has these, really good. The Kale Spring Season, these are okay. Like for Tekken, I can't move as fast after 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, they're fine. And after that, they get kind of mushy and flat. I don't know what it is, but I still like them because I still use them. But yeah, I don't know. Actually, they're not on my M Plus anymore. That's long gone. So this is not right. The Kale ice creams, I think I use this on something now. This is really old. I need to get the new one. This is updated. Yeah, I've changed a lot of these. The opticals, so all my optical pads, my Light Fox, my Kitsune, they all use blacks. The red opticals are mushy and they're gone. The low free ghosts, these used to, so these were the first, well, that's what it was, Orville. These came out after the reds, the low free ghosts. Even though they're 50, they're so quiet and so smooth and snappy. I was putting these everywhere because there was nowhere else, and I was getting them for like, I think 120 switches for like $40 before the tariffs. So it was a steal. That's why you see this on so many pads. But actually it takes, I'll probably take the A14. I'll probably take them off of here and put these Smack Apes in there and try it out. The low free Spectre, I love low free Spectres. Spectres are really good. The Surfers, this is what they used to be, but I got rid of this. The Surfers, after 30 minutes, they are clacky and loud, and I'm not really, I don't know. I like their spring. So what I did was the purple Guilekeys, I took the spring off of these, and I put those in the purple Guilekeys, and now I'm happy. I like swapped them, and what's so funny is the Surfer feel better with a 30, and the purple Guilekeys feel better with a 40. Go figure, right? So that actually worked out good. That I had two switches I didn't like that swapped them, and now they feel really good. The Galwart Extremes, these extremes are fantastic. And if you have a fight box, those switches feel fantastic on a fight box. B model, really good. Are there any similar to the Sacred Falcons that have higher force? Yes. So your Sacred Falcons are 37. Wait, no, I'm lying. Because I'm sorry, I'm going fast. I apologize. You have a Sacred Falcon. I can't think. If I was in Excel, I would show you. I could find it faster, but I'm here because you're using short travel. Shadowhunt is a 40, so this is like the next step up. But they're going to feel almost identical. But this is slightly. This is kind of what you're looking for: a shadow hunting from Hot 42. That's what you want. It's going to feel. You're gonna notice it, but there is no higher force short travel right now. I can think. My mind's slipping, but I can think on top of my head. That go through Surfer, blah blah blah. Gunworks. The ice creams, I like these ice creams in the X series. I've been trying them on different things. I like them on keyboards too. These are really good for keyboards in the X series. But when I put them on pads, besides the X series, I haven't really found a home for these yet. Besides those two, again, I love my keyboard in front of me. The one, my ergonomic one. I put these in there and they're fantastic for keyboards. They're nice and quiet. They have a good sound. They're smooth. It's a 40 force. I'm really finding that 40 is kind of like my sweet spot. Like around there. But again, if they're plastic or palm, like all these factors play. Where like I said, the ghosts are 50s, but they feel smooth to me. Yeah, I'll try another 50 and they'll feel too tight sometimes. You know what I mean? So like it just, and also if the pad is acrylic layers, the pad has a metal base, plastic base, all those factors change the way your switch feels and like what your hands, because like the way I mash, so sometimes I'll hit something and I can feel the feedback go back through my hands. I don't like that feel, depending on the pad. So all these things play a factor. And just you'll find what works best for you. The Quamba KTs, those are, why is that? That's a keycap. No, they're buttons. They're buttons. They're buttons. They're buttons. The Recluse, the Sandwich, short travel Gatorons, the Shadow Hunting are fantastic. These are the higher force short travel right now. You can see it's a short travel here. And I have it on a bunch of pads at the time. This has changed a little bit too now, more switches. The Lukes, the HJK Lukes, but they're 37. These are basically, these are palm. So the Sacred Falcons you have now, these are a palm version of those. These feel the same but smoother and snappier for some, just because they're palm. These are Sacred Falcons. There you go. These are 37. These are 37. So I have these all over the place because these Sacred Falcons are really good too. The Tiki Taka Panda V2s, this has changed. I don't think they're on I think they're on one pad right now. They're okay. They're 40, but this something about them just not as snappy. Because the Panda V1s are really snappy. The pink is, this is actually one of my favorites now too. I had this on the X Move. The X Move is so quiet now and so smooth and snappy with these pink deep sea islets compared to the, I think it's Sacred Falcon, no, the Shadow Hunting, because it came with short travel, but since it's metal, it's louder, right? But when I put these pink silence, that thing is quiet, smooth, snappy. The deep sea, if you want quiet switches, the deep sea islets is where you want to start. The white and the pink is just force. Do you want a 35 force or a 43 force? That's all that is. The Raptors, they're the Killsick Raptors. I have these on one of my Guilekeys now. These are the Black Kites. These are really good. They're a different type of short travel because they're short at the top instead of short and full travel. It's a totally different feel. It takes some getting used to. Once you get used to it, it's a really nice switch. The Kale Tans, those are silence. They're fine. Low free Hades. I'm not the big fan of Hades. Don't really bother with those. Get the deep sea islets better Hades. They're fine. They're just not as good as the deep sea islets. Even though there's, because these are all silent. These are all silent switches. They're just not as good as the other ones. Let me go back. Ghost super crazy. Yep. Are there any springs? We're hell good, but the retrospect, the winters are better. Aren't they clicky? I'm not a big fan of clicky switches. My mind's slipping right now. I think they're clicky or tactile, one of the two. Okay, so yeah, Shadow Hunting is what I've been looking at. Or 60. Yeah, you want the Shadow Hunting. Just and again, the Shadow to your Sacred are gonna feel so similar, but I don't want to say the Shadow are better. It's because they're 3 points off in force. It's gonna feel very familiar. Just I don't know. You might here's kind of what also happens. Hot 42 makes a custom switch. Low Free Spectre makes a custom switch. Kale is the parent company. Like Kale is the brand, right, of the switch type. They request a custom type from Kale. Like, these are custom made from Kale, right? Or custom. These are SGF custom switches from Kale, the parent company. So the parent company will say, everyone likes this custom switch. Remake the same switch but slightly different. So when I say Shadow Hunting to Kale Sacred Falcons, they are 3 points off from each other, but they do feel very, very similar. It's just, yeah. So it's hard to explain, but yeah, I hope that makes sense. Low Free Hades, the Voids. The Voids are really good. They have a nice like ting sound too, like a weird like silent ting, like a computerized sound. But what else is here? That's all of them. That's all of them. Yeah. And I need to print out the new list. I looked at it yesterday. I changed it yesterday actually. I'll print the new one and share that out next time I'm on here. But yeah, these will find a home probably in the Duelpad A16 or A14, one of the two. I gotta look at my list and see what's changed since then. But yeah, there's a lot of options. So one more thing here. So what's my top 10 or top 20 switches? These are all okay. So if we're going down the top, I'll put it easy for you. Get out the way. Wind Engine is in the top. White Rain is in the top. The reds are 45s. That's what it's. I don't like. Yeah, get these out. They're just here because the 3D printed pad, and I need something to have them to test on, but I do not use these. Yeah. Where's the Low Free Ghosts in the top? Low Free. Fun fact: Low Free makes good switch. They've always made good switches. Low Free is a good. They have a good feel. Low Free Spectres are in my top, and they're always palm too. The Gyalrot Raptor Extremes, if you like MX switches, these are in my top MX. These are in my top MX. I'm really talking Kale V2 tops and runs. Shadow Hunting, if you like a short travel, Shadow Hunting's in my top. Kale Sacred Falcons right there are in the top. The HJK Lukes, you just can't find them anywhere, but because they're accustomed to HJK, but they're in my top. Tiki Taka Panda V1. No, it's Panda V2. No. Deep Sea Islets, pinks and whites are both in my top. The tans aren't bad. They're not bad. Not bad. The Hades, no, the Hades are not. The voids are in my top, yes. But I would still say deep this is better, but the voids are really good. Oh, it's right there, right there. The Tiki Taka Panda V1, you can't see it, but that's if you like a really soft switch, like a 30. Like if you would get these, and if you want a short version of these, you get the purple Guilekeys. And again, the purple Guilekeys aren't even on this list. This list is old, like 2 months old. It's like a month old. Dang, I changed this much in a month already. So it was December. It's December 2025. That's why. I thought I had a newer list. I thought I did. I guess not. This is from December. So from December to now, it's changed that much because the purple Guilekeys aren't even on here. Yeah, this is old. Right, because right here, these aren't even used. These are in use right now. Okay, yep. Shout out to Grant. Happy Sunday, Grant. Looking at switches and adapters. We got new switch from SG. Well, so what's kind of cool about these too is I'm saying new, but these are kind of like collector's editions now because you can't order them anymore. I checked their site and they're out of. You know, he did a clearance sale, so they're going liquidation. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I have some ghosts and I have these. And then a good note too is on the back of your controller, I recommend putting your firmware version on the back. You can't see that. Right, put it on the back, and then put your switch on the back also, so you know what's in each pad, and you know off the top of your head, because you'll forget. Unless you got the whole stock, basically. For $50, 250 switches. Yeah, give me that. And they're like ghosts. Give me that. Give me about 30. Facts. Like, yeah, give me that. But yeah. So these adapters are the Brooks P5 is really the star of the show outside of all this that we talked about, and I think they did a great job. So if you don't have an adapter now, I would, if you're looking around, I would point you to the P5 over the FGC 2 or FGC 1 just because it's wired and wireless. It really does give you like everything you need. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have the GC2, if you need wireless, you get the P5. If you don't need the P5. If you have this one now, you're fine. Like, don't get FOMO, you're just fine. But if you want wireless for other games, then you would want to get this one because I've had a good time with it so far. And it's so easy. It's so easy to connect, you know, most controllers on most. You know, so it's like it's really, yeah, it really is. What time is this? 2:15. I don't have time to play shoot. I have 2 papers to write today. I did the lab last night, but now I got to write the stupid lab explanation and then actually write another paper for another topic. And the good thing is next week we go back to 3 assignments, no longer 7. So that's really good. It's like 3 papers a week, your discussion posts, your reading, and something else. Like, it's a lot. So next week is just like 1 paper, 1 lab, and a quiz, and discussion. So it's like 4. It's way lighter, way lighter. I'm excited. For like the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm excited. Yeah, man. I kind of want to do it right now. I want to swap these out right now. But I need to like sit down and think about what control to put these in. Let me look. Because these are some of my older controllers, and they all have ghost switches in them. Because I did ghost a lot back then. These are ghosts in red, so ghost in there. It's in this one. This is ghost. Okay, perfect. So I can stick. I'll put them in here. I'll put them in the 14. Or should I leave these ghosts and put them in this one? I'm sticking them here. Let's do it right now real fast. I can do that real quick. Actually, I got a new switch puller thing off AliExpress. It was like $5 or $7. It's usually like 20. It was like down to like 5 one day. I was like, yeah, give me that. It's a cool little metal switch puller. So let's pop these out. So take that off. Yep. Yep. Do that. Just do that. Go flying, why don't you? Just real quick. But I don't have time to play because I gotta get off here. I probably should do this like next week. That way I can like play. Well, I'm already in the middle. We're already in now. Can't turn back now. Nice and slow. Stick it slow. Oops, that one. Oh, that one's really tight. Wow. So these are the stovetops. These, yeah, people, I got picks up from the internet. Everybody calls them stovetops because they have that look. But this is what, it used to be, this is all you could find for stovetops. So that's why everybody knew them. So some people like them, some people don't. There's nothing wrong with, that's not the feel they like, it's just the look. But they're fine. And then also, now I'm thinking about it, get wrecked. I have O-rings under all my keycaps. You probably can't see that. These little O-rings, they're in the description for, I have a link, but they're like $3 to $5 for a pack of 300. And these little things, you just stick it on your keycap right there on the stem, and when you push it down, it'll go up, right? And for like, don't do it on your short travel. It's too short, and for me, it's way too short. I don't like the feel. You might like it, but it feels way too short for me. But like your T, any other pad you have with a regular full-size switch, this will make them quieter, snappier, and just like a different. You'll like it. It's a different feel. I lost the color right there. But the short travel, they're so short. I can't talk. So short that I don't like that feel. Oh, all right. Let's pop these out of here. So there's the ghosts. Are these the lubed? These are regular ghosts. Okay, good. Regular ghost switches. Switch port. Take these out. And these are palm. Like, see how this is a solid color? That's a palm. So like super snappy. These are low free ghosts. Low free makes really good switches. Because they make keyboards, so they make their own like custom switch for their keyboards. These are in their type. Let's see here. Next time I need to sit in Street Fighter 6 and still forget 2XKO even exists to just go practice it. That's so funny. Yeah, what do you guys think of that Street Fighter update? I'm hearing mixed things about Ali. He looks kind of OP, to be completely honest. Well, he's been there for a long time. These are tight. Yeah, I hope 2XKO. I thought the game was fine. Like, it's not Tekken. Like, good. I'm talking about good Tekken. When Tekken was good. Come off. Let's try this. These switches have been in here for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Now that I found what I like Timo and I like the sword, Yashua, and the octopus girl. Got it. Squeeze tight, just wiggle, it comes out. These are in there real tight. Oof. Come on. Oh, is the art? Is it stuck in the artwork? This one's really in there. Got it. Got it. All right, boom. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. Let's get 14. That's 14. 1, 2, 7, 5, 9. I can't count. Alex, oh, I thought he was OP. Yep. I'm a fan of the Soul Top. Yeah, Soul Top was nice. Once you have it, it's actually kind of cool. And they have a nice texture too. But I get why people may feel either way about it. But yeah, they're nice. Don't bend them. Don't bend them. Why is it not fitting? Oh, it's just tight. These are my... So these came with reds. I probably took the reds out, put the ghosts in, and never looked back. I probably took them out the first day. So this is like pretty much brand new as far as the switch. Like, oh yeah, see it's snapping in. And that's what I like. Once you snap in, they hold, they don't move. And some pads don't do that. It's hard to get them out, but you don't really, you switch your switches maybe once or twice, never again. So it's nice to know they're nice and snug when you play. They don't, playing with a pad where they wiggle, you do notice it sometimes. You're like, oh, what is this? If you only own one pad, you never know. But if you have multiple pads, you're like, wait, why does this one feel kind of like different? And the only time you know is when you're losing. You're like, this no controller, you're making me lose. Yeah, they're clicking in real nice, real nice. Got it. Got it. And Duelpad, yeah, they really got hit bad by the tariffs. They have foam already pre-installed inside. Like Duelpad really get a lot of value off their products. They really do. And their name, maybe because the name doesn't really translate well in English, but they make really good products. Especially the Zen. Zen's really nice. Got it. Got it. Got it. Boom. Got them. All right. Let's put these in a Ziploc bag. I'll put that in a minute. Put this here. What colors do I have? That's white, red. There. Ooh, these are quiet. With the O-rings, they're so quiet. You can see, and again, if you order O-rings, order the white. The white are basically clear underneath. If you get the black, you're gonna see like a black circle. It's gonna annoy you. Don't do it. That's wrong. Go. And what's so fun about the Duelpad keycaps, since you're getting 18 for $8, but back then it was $3, right? $3-4. You're getting so many. I would just mix and match the colors and just have fun with it, because who cares? I wasn't paying $20 a set. Oh, these feel nice. Wow, shout out to SGF. Let's lower them a little bit, make it a little quieter. Let's go over here so I can hear that. Oops, I'm just gonna knock everything over. I should have kept one ghost so you could hear the difference. You know what's funny? They have their own sound. Here's my... So here's the ghost. Oh, they sound similar. Here's reds. Here's reds. You know how disgusting that sounds? How clacky and rattly it is? Bruh. The reds. It's clacky and rattly. The ghosts. Smooth and fast. The smack apes, the palm cheese. I forget what they're called. Palm something. Oh, chimpanzees. The chimpanzees, because they're chimpanzees. They sound just like a ghost. They probably are a ghost. They're probably just like a different colored ghost. They feel nice. I actually made this ChatGPT like 2 years ago, but this has become my Armored King design just by accident. It looks something like an Armored King. Like, yeah, this is my Armored King, but it's actually ChatGPT 3. I'm sure we made it. Oh my god, you mentioned Orville with Alex, that's going to be a problem. I wonder if he's locked in on Alex yet. That's going to be a big problem, because Alex looks tough. You asked about gas price. I sent a picture to Discord. I'm feeling it. Oh boy, let's see. Go to Discord. Oh, this computer. Oof, how much are the gas prices? Whoa. Copy link. Diesel was $7.75. Regulars, it's almost $7 a gallon. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, again, whether you're in politics or not, I kind of blame the Democrats for this. There was a lot of things they did wrong that made people want to vote for Trump. And then Trump, I think we all thought, well, he didn't start any wars last time. He made the stock market go up. He'll say some crazy things like a crazy uncle, but we'll all make money in the stock market. That was like the hope. Who would have thought he would get tricked into this dumb war? But anyway, I'm not gonna go down that road. Wow, that's crazy town. That's crazy town. Okay, I might be playing with these on Tuesday. to see how these chimpanzees work. I might do like ghost chimpanzees. I just do back and forth, switching the pads back and forth on the dual pads. We'll probably do that on Tuesday. Wow. Ultra Gen 1 is better than Ultra 2? No. No, Gen 1 is not better than Gen 2, no. They're just different. They're... Scoot back, scoot back, scoot back. I have all this stuff on my desk right now. Scoot back, scoot back, scoot back. Okay, you can't. I know the chats. Fuck it that way. That's review. No. Let's see if I can turn this off real quick. There you go. Okay, now you can see a little bit better. So here's Gen 1. Here's Gen 2. If you had them both right in front of you, the metal texture on here is the older way they printed color and texture and all that stuff. This is their newer way of doing it. Like the X Move feels just like this, right? This is like the second generation because the M Plus feels slightly different than this. But the point I'm making is that's that. They're metal. This has more texture. This is slightly smoother. They both have texture. This is slightly more textured than this, but they both have texture. Metal. This is maybe a little more black than this, but I'm colorblind, so I don't know. The screen is extra large. This is regular size. The home row is here with the new buttons. This is the older one. They're the same. They're the same. Your switches here are on the top left for the new. They're split in half on the old. The booters on the top, which I like on the old. The booters on the right, which I don't have a problem. If you play in your lap, sometimes you can bend the booter. If you have like an adapter plugged in, it's there. They both have 2 power ports. This one is a standard and a standard. They're the same height off the base, so same height. This one has the new lock. I'm doing this upside down. There it goes. Has the new lock, so you can put your plug in, and then it locks in place. That's really nice. That's why you see like my cable manager here. You don't see it on here because I didn't really need it because it locks in. This has the pinky, this does not. This has the top right, this does not. And then when you're playing with the two, they're gonna feel the same. They're gonna feel the same. They just are. Like I said, this. I mean, there's a hair of a gap right here, like barely any gap. This is no good. This isn't. I put the S top on here. This is an S to the T. This is an S, right? Because the top fits right on. And this is a C to the T. The C top fits right on. But the S and the C are so similar. It's just, if you took your S right now and just put a plastic light ring around it, or like a 1 millimeter apart, like it's very, very thin. But you put that 1 little millimeter ring on here, you're gonna have to spread the keys ever so slightly wider, right? That's all you're feeling. Whereas, like I said, if you had the T, this is a T layout. I mean, this is like night and day wider. So, if I have my C, where's my C? This here. So, like, here's your C, right? You see how it pretty much lines right up. Essentially, it lines right up. Right, essentially. This is basically a T, right? See how much, look right there. Look how wide that is compared to what you're used to. Like it's night and day from a T, right? So here's the C on an S layout. So essentially, right? It's a C on an S. See how like it's it's barely wide. And it's moving around. So and also the gap in the middle is there's like a slight gap in the middle. So just go one side at a time. So look at this side by itself. The bottom button, right? So it's barely wider, right? And if we come on this side, I line it up. It's basically the same thing. It's just ever so slightly wider because of light rings. So if you were in a store and you were asking me, hey, I love the S, right? The S, I love the S family, which is the S, the P, the M Lite, the M Ultra Gen 1. Yeah, those four, right? You love the S family. And you're thinking about trying something in the C family, which is the C, the E, the M Ultra Gen 2, the X Move. Yeah, I think that's all of them, right? So my hands are backwards. You get the point. The C family and the S family and the C family. You're gonna feel so right. Oh, one more thing. So see how even on here, like coming from the T to the C or the S, it's such a big drastic difference that I make a big point when I talk about the T family and like things like that to the CS family, because it's a very, your hands come from here to like there. It's like I'm in the middle to now I'm in the middle. It's a very big difference. I like to play Tekken because Tekken has 4 buttons. I mean, these two are, but it's really 4 buttons. So I like having the space to breathe and play how I want to play. And then when I get a Street Fighter, it can be wide after an hour, like 30 minutes to an hour, you can start feeling wide. So I like the tighter spacing because it just feels, your hands aren't really spread out, just natural. You know what I'm saying? And then the Duelpad Zen, it's even a little bit tighter where it's like a keyboard. You get the point, you get the point. So I know you're feeling anxiety, okay, like what should I do? Since I can't find this anymore, am I going to be happy coming from an S family to a C family? You will, you'll be fine. You're going to come here, you're going to feel just fine. You're going to feel right at home. You're probably playing Street Fighter, so you're gonna feel right at home with these 4 buttons. Right? The only thing you're gonna notice is that your switches were a little bit taller, like 1/4, right? Because you have full size switches on here, so the travel up and down, like these are full size travel. So the full travel, it's like a little more button play. It just feels like more play, right? And then you're gonna come over here, and you're gonna be like, I have them short in here too. But you're gonna be like, oh wow, it just feels a little bit shorter and a little bit louder because they're short travel on the metal base. But yeah, I hope, because the acrylics are quiet, so I hope I'm making sense. I know I'm beating dead horse, but I hope I'm making sense that I would recommend, if you know you're looking for a metal S, you'll be fine with the Gen 2. You'll be happy with this. Yeah. Let me check here. Gen 2 is C16. Yes, basically. Base Ultra Gen 2 is a C with a button on your pinky finger and a locking mechanism for the controller. Essentially, yes, essentially. And the wrist rest might be taller. Yeah, you can't see it here, but because of this component here they put together, the buttons shifted down. There's no component here, so the buttons are higher. So you do get a little bit more. You get, well, not little. You do get more wrist rest here because everything can shift up more naturally. Like all of the Hot 2 pads, they all shift up. This is all the C's are the only ones that shift down to make space for this metal component for like all your blah blah blahs. I find Kitsune 8-bit Do tired to play. Yeah, because they're, because 8-bit Do. So here's the thing: the Hot 2T, the Hot 2M, Hot 2M Plus, the 8-bit Do Leverless, the Guilekeys GM16, the Hot 2U, the Hot 2V, the Kitsune. Those are all the exact same layout. Let me see something. My Kitsune is in the back. I don't want to grab it, but the point is, if I take, like in the video, I actually took the lid and put it on top of the ones, and you can see for yourself that, like, I did it on the live too. They're the exact same layout. They're just different materials, different, you know, and that's where, like, people are always wondering, like, well, why does Hot 2 have 25 pads? If you know you like this family, like you like the S, but now you have to move to the C, right? Now you get to say to yourself, do I want, since the S family is kind of gone, it's more the C family now. And again, in full transparency, the C is actually the standard layout. Like for the majority of pads, they are like this. Your S is ever so slightly tighter. Your T is wider. The Kitsune was kind of like an oddball because he's actually weird. I'm actually glad they made it because he was not the standard layout. This is your standard like hitbox, just standard space layout, right? With smaller keycaps with one large on the bottom. That's standard. I play Tekken weird. I like the large keycaps across the whole body in wide spacing. So the reason they did it is, if you want the S, we'll use the S because it's a better example. The S is one layout. The S is acrylic one in that layout. The M light is metal in that small compact layout. The M Ultra Gen 1 is the same thing, just full size base with metal. But nothing changed. It's just the materials changed. That's the point I'm trying to make. Your C is acrylic plastic on the bottom, metal on the base, customizable artwork. Well, I don't want to do all that. I just want to play with the metal version of this. Boom, buy this, and you get your metal version of this. But they just moved this over here to left pinky. That's all that happened there. But these two will play almost exactly the same. They're just going to feel different because it's metal to acrylic. It's going to be loud, all the little blah, 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 blah. But that's why they have so many models. They're really trying to say, look, we're going to give you a layout, 3 different layouts, the C, the S, the C, the T, and then you decide what materials you want that layout to be made out of. Boom. And that's what's so special about that company, how they can take that risk and, you know, get the return. Yeah. I'm seeing practically the same controller there. Yes, exactly. Because they are. The only difference is like when I move this up, kind of line the buttons up. See how it's taller up here? That's because of this component. And then when I put them side by side, they're the same height and the same width. They're basically the same. Yeah, they're basically the same. And that's where, it's a good and a bad thing. Right? The bad thing is, it could be overwhelming, confusing. That's why I make the versus video. It could be confusing. But once you know what you like, the good thing is you decide how you want your pad to feel. Now I have this layout. I don't use this button. I want the left pinky. Boom, move it over here by this one. I don't use this button. I want it over here. For like Mishima players, they usually do like a weird thing with this button up here. I don't need this. Okay, then I buy this one, and now I can do what I want to do with this button here. So yeah, in my opinion, the 16S layout is the best space. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I think people just wanted lights. But again, once you go to the C, it's essentially the same as the S. Like you won't, I'm saying it to you because I own them, but you're going to notice that, oh, they feel almost exactly the same. They do. But the S was just, it is like, this is by design, right? It is slightly tighter because there's no rings. So I feel like I'm being nervous, but like, yeah, I could drive home that point that, you know, you're going to be happy with both. Like, don't freak out. If you bought a T to an S, then you'd be freaking out because it's going to feel totally different. You bought an R or a Guilekeys to this, it's going to feel totally different because the height's changed. Like, there's so many other things that change. But going from an S to a C, you're going to feel right at home. And actually, you're going to like because the lights look really pretty. Like, it's going to look really nice. You're going to like it. Yeah. But it is 2:30. I was supposed to be up at 2 o'clock. I got to get off of here and do some homework. In my opinion, yeah, I got to get off here and do some homework. Shout out to all the residents in the chat. We had a lot of fun today. I didn't get to play today, but it was fun. I actually had a lot of fun talking. Next week, we're going to have like new controllers. They're actually in my notes. Shout out to Orville and Sin and Co. Everybody's just sending me new controllers. So they're in my notes. I just didn't have time to talk about it today because we dove deep into some new things. We got some new switches, new gear. Shout out to SGF Devices. You guys were a major plus to the community. We really appreciate you guys. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.